Continuamos en Monkey Island, episodio 3 de Return to Monkey Island. ¿Y qué teníamos en el inventario, chicos? ¿Qué teníamos? Así, un montón de papeles. ¿Eso es una tormenta? Un montón de papelillos. Teníamos que convencer a la tripulación para llegar a Monkey Island. Qué pedazo de nube está pasando por ahí. ¿Qué es eso? Y nos faltaba hablar con este señor, así que pues vamos a hablar con él.
Working hard?
Never.
Never. La voz le gusta a la Tekken. Hola Isabel, bienvenida. Hermosa support Ana. Quien ayude, golpe de remo. Ahí está.
Let's talk about your vote on going to
A ver
Monkey
qué quiere
Island.
este señor.
Are there any particular favors I can do for you? I don't know a lot about your interests.
My main interests are sleeping and eating. I try to do both as much as possible.
About your vote.
It doesn't mean much to me one way or the other. But hey, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
You want me to scratch your back?
Figure of speech. No need to burn yourself. Do something nice for me, and maybe I help you.
Vale, este tío nos está diciendo que nos lo va a poner fácil. Vamos a ver si es verdad. Porque claro.
Do you have a favorite food?
Oh, yes. Scorched Alaska. Salty like widow's tears. Sweet like revenge. And fiery like a hot poker to the tongue. Except when Putra makes it, unfortunately. She does not make it hot enough for my taste.
Yo voy a ver los capítulos anteriores, así entiendo bien la trama. Bueno, pues se trata de Monkey Island, una saga de... Este sería el quinto juego, Fausto. Hay 4 más antes de este, con lo cual, pues tienes mucho que ver. Pero te resumo. Aquí tienes a Guybrush Threepwood, aunque está en su aspecto más sombrío. Y es que, bueno, todo comenzó cuando quería ser pirata. Y en sus aventuras de querer ser pirata descubre cosas y maravillas y tesoros y una mujer. Y todo eso nos lleva a este punto. En resumidas cuentas. Vamos a buscar el secreto de Monkey Island. Y fin. Sí, está dixper puesto. ¿Por qué? ¿No funciona?
Tell me again about Scorched Alaska.
Prepared correctly, it should be like a hot poker to the tongue.
What's the book?
It's a book of underworld jokes. Jokes from beyond the pale.
Necesito ese libro para el tío de abajo. Claro.
Underworld jokes, you say?
Dame
Any
tu
good?
libro.
Hilarious.
Yo quiero ese libro.
Would you describe that book as entertaining?
I would use a shorter word, but yes.
Utilizaré una palabra más corta.
Think you'll be done reading soon?
Nah, I don't really have anything else to do.
Does it hurt to have your head on fire?
I'm a demon. We're sort of all about that. You get used to it.
Es verdad que el tío
If you
está,
stuck
es
your
un
head in a
demonio.
bucket of water, would it help?
Demon fire burns underwater, so no.
I'm guessing you don't wear hats.
Once in a while, I look good in them. For a few seconds.
I can't stop thinking about your head. I mean, what it would be like to have a head that was on fire.
I can help you out with that if you are really
Ha
curious.
salido ahora lo de Nvidia. No sé qué dijeron. Creo que no me dice
Keep
nada
up the
más.
bad work.
Always.
Pues vamos a mirar por
Looks like they haven't figured out their skull problem yet. Good.
Bien. No hay solución. Este señor tiene un libro que nos interesa, gente, yo creo, ¿eh? Hay que zafárselo. Ahí las cucarachas por la camiseta. Mi camiseta hoy es invisible. Es el mandaloriano, pero como es verde, el croma no dejará que se vea la camisa. F. Jefe Mandalor. Me encanta, pues escucha que alguien grita en este momento. ¡Ay, que he tocado la campana de las votaciones! ¡Ay, se me fue el dedo!
Didn't we just do this? The meeting is called to order. Are there any matters to be voted on?
No.
Following Madison's ship to Monkey Island, on which I vote aye.
Nay.
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 The vote hasn't changed since last time.
The mill of democracy grinds slowly.
I warn you, Swabby. Don't waste our time.
Es que me gusta tocar la
Meeting
campana.
adjourned.
Mierda. Bueno, pues aquí es donde estamos, en este punto, en el punto en el que tenemos que convencer a todos estos. Era para presentarlos en este nuevo episodio de...
This is a bunch of empty
¿Qué es
containers
esto?
of monkey
Ah,
blood and
una
squid
tarjeta.
ink.
Lul. Me encanta cómo corro. Corro mucho, mucho. Bello a correr como una loca. Bueno, ¿qué tenemos en el inventario? Un montón de papeles. Ah, la
How's
calavera.
it
Vamos
going
a
there,
ver
Murray?
I don't know what you're planning now, but I'm going to see you burn for it.
Dice lo mismo siempre. Pues...
Flair?
What do you want?
Can we talk about your vote on going to Monkey Island?
I told you, Swabby. Bring me my grandmother's whale knife. Now go away.
Esto no ha cambiado, está todo igual.
That is one broke.
¿Qué carajo del demonio? ¿Por eso se oía un grito?
You!
¿Qué haces aquí?
He's pretty securely pinned there by the rudder. There's also a knife in his back, but that's clearly not why he's stuck. He's pretty securely pinned there by the rudder. There's also a knife in his back, but that's clearly not why he's stuck. I have to say, I thought you were gone for good. I was feeling no small amount of pleasure about it, in fact.
It'll take more than a bath to get rid of old Gullet. Now pull me out of here before I hang you by your own intestines, Swabby!
Well, that's actually first swab now.
What is it?
Me. LeChuck gave me your job.
You? Not likely.
I do prefer a management role. Less scrounging, more lounging.
I'm gonna give your pancreas to my rat for a pillow!
You might want to take a friendlier tone.
This is my friendly tone, you blabbering pile of excrement!
I can hold my breath for 10 minutes, more or less. How about you?
Well,
More or less.
technically, I don't have to breathe at all, but it's a reflex, isn't it? You can't really stop doing it, but it feels like drowning the whole time. So get me out of here right now, you colossal git!
I'm the only one who knows you're down here.
Not true. I know I'm down here, don't I?
I guess you've got me there.
Qué cabrón.
If I leave you here, do you think you can free yourself?
Of course not. You think I haven't tried that already? It's a matter of leverage. As in, I'm gonna get a lever and smack you in the head with it if you don't get me out of here right now.
¿Cómo vas a hacer eso si estás ahí atascado? No puedes.
Once we set sail, you'll probably be crushed into paste by the rudder.
Why would you tell me that?
Well, in case you're worried about being stuck for a long time.
When I get my hands on you, I'm gonna eat both your legs, throw them up, and then eat them all over again.
It would be smart of me not to give you the opportunity then. Nice talking to you, Gullet.
What do you mean, nice talking to you?
Oh, I don't mean it literally, of course. Just politely ending our conversation.
Wait, no, get me out of here for pity's sake. You baboon! I'll get you for this.
Vaya, vaya, vaya. Tenemos que sacar a este señor de aquí, pero... How? Mira él cómo lo intenta. Bonito
That's
cuchillo.
Flair Gory's grandmother's whale knife. It's a beauty.
You clown. That isn't gonna do any good. It wasn't even bothering me.
Claro. Claro, claro, claro. Igual te dejo ahí porque, claro, ¿para qué? Ya tengo lo que quería, ¿sabes lo que te digo?
It's Flair Gory's grandmother's whale knife.
Suerte, amigo. Tan, 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 tarararara. Yo no sé que hay alguien. Yo no sé, yo no sé, yo no sé, hay alguien. Yo no sé. Hasta luego. Cañote. Tiki tiki. Se va a quedar flipada esta mujer cuando yo le diga que tengo el cuchillo. Va, verás. Verás, verás.
I found your knife.
My grandmother's knife. Thanks, Swabby. I have no idea how you pulled that off, but I guess a deal's a deal. I'll vote for your stupid
¡Bien!
plan.
¡Tenemos a la primera! ¡Nice! ¿Me firmó el papel? Ah, no. Lograr el apoyo de Fleet Gory. Tenemos a Gory. Tenemos a Flair. Hay que convencer a Rosa. Y tendremos a Putra. Y nos faltaría el libro de chistes para el flambe. Pero claro, el que está arriba.
What do you like to do for fun?
Oh, pretty much anything.
¡Ay, ya! Qué asco.
I'll see what I can find.
Vale, no me hice nada nuevo. Y para esta mujer que era que no me acuerdo.
I still think you should vote to go to Monkey Island.
I don't want to talk about that now. I'm having a crisis of faith. About not being inspired.
Okay.
Vale. ¿Y cómo coño vamos a subirle la fe a esta mujer en LeChuck? ¿Tendremos que hablar con LeChuck o algo?
Working hard?
Never.
About your vote.
Do something nice for me, and maybe I help you.
Solo quiero un detalle.
Tell me again about Scorched Alaska.
Prepared correctly, it should be like a hot poker to the tongue.
Un atisador a rojo vivo. Yo tengo un atisador que te lo puedo dar para que te atises. Vale.
Keep up the bad work.
Always.
¿Quieres una calavera? ¿Galletas?
Hey, Flambe, would you like some crackers?
Yeah. Crackers are like my feet, in that I want to keep them as far from my mouth as possible.
¿Qué? ¿En serio no le gusta? ¿Le gustan las galletas? ¿La lupa? A lo mejor le gusta la lupa, ¿no? Esto no. Pam, parara, el mapa. Vale. Pues no tengo nada que le guste, así que habrá que buscar. ¿Esto? ¿Lo puedo coger? No. LeChuck. Esto... Voy a seguir teniendo esto encima, lo digo porque... No me interesa. ¿Quieres una galleta? No. ¿Dinero? No. ¡Uy! ¡Una tarjetita!
Stop! No one's allowed in my inner sanctum. What do you want, Swabby?
Are you sure I can't take it? I just washed my hands.
Touching that map.
I'll just go.
Now get out of here!
Nada, tío. Dun, dun, tararán, dun, dun.
Well, I'll probably do my shirt in a few weeks when it starts to get mossy.
Toca hacer la colada. Ya por prensar todo, ¿sabes? Hay que cambiar... Pero es que no sé cómo cambiar el voto de Rosa, porque es que me dice lo de LeChuck
It's empty now.
Buah, tío. Ni pajolera idea.
Yeah, devil crabs like limbs, apparently.
Pero si tengo lo mismo de siempre.
This is a bunch of empty containers of monkey blood and squid ink.
¡Qué calor hace, por Dios!
Fortunately, there's a much more straightforward way to get in there. It's the ship's hold. Home sweet home? I wonder what it's made out of.
Tekken, ¿tienes alguna idea? La caca de pollo no la puedo coger.
Ew.
¿Y si meto los papeles en caca? No. Madre mía. Pensé que los pollos estaban saltando. ¡Lol! Yo sigo trabada con el huevo. Tiene un huevo, dice.
Ugh, I'll keep my distance. Mothers are more vicious defending their young.
Sí, pero ¿cuándo lo va a cagar? No hago más que darle de comer y no come. Alimentar al pollo. Come y caga. A ver, granjeros, que hay que hacerle a las gallinas para que dejen un huevo. ¿Calmarlos con galletas?
I think that only works on parrots.
Ah, qué susto. Solo funciona con loros. Ah, ¿por qué están
I
estresados?
think that only works on parrots.
Son comestibles.
More importantly, is the taste of after chicken the same as the aftertaste of chicken?
No, tío.
At least they don't smell like live chickens.
Vale, no huelen mal.
I already have some chicken feed.
Con galletitas no, nada. Voy a la cocina a ver. Seguimos revisando. ¿Qué pasa en la cocina? ¿Qué hay mucho rápidamente? Escucha. ¿Hay algo en la sopa? A lo mejor hay un pollo. ¿Le doy de comer el pollo? No. ¿Quiero galletas? Tampoco. Calavera tampoco. Papeles tampoco. Oler. Preguntar qué hay en la despensa.
What is all this stuff anyway?
Oh, you know, urchin husks, bile duck extract, sugar, fangweed. Nothing unusual.
Vale. A ella tampoco le puedo dar la galleta. Ni papeles. Ni pienso. Sugerir cambiar el agua.
You might want to change this water someday. Just a thought.
It's not water. I'm marinating the plates.
Está marinando las sobras de los platos para la cena de mañana. ¿Perdona? Qué asco. Alejarme de la peste. Es que huele mal todo esto. Vale. Cartita. ¿Pasta?
Yeah.
Voy a hablar con ella, a ver.
So, chef. I don't suppose you know how to make scorched Alaska?
Of course I can make scorched Alaska. I have to warn you though, it's not going to be very spicy. It'll be fine. You wouldn't like the full strength version anyway.
¿Me la haces? Lo va a hacer ya, lo está haciendo.
Some chefs these days use dandruff out of a can, but I would never take a shortcut like that. One scorched Alaska, extra mild.
Thanks.
¡Hala! Pero si me lo ha dado.
Salty.
Está salado, dice.
salty.
Y a lo mejor le tengo que poner... ¿Qué más me puedes cocinar?
So,
Nada
I'll
más.
let you get back.
Yeah.
Esto será para flambe, pero... A lo mejor se lo puedo dar al pollo. Espérate, antes de dárselo a él. Por si acaso. No, no se lo puedo dar al pollo. Vale, pues voy a dárselo a él. ¡Ay! ¿Por qué bajas de nuevo? Guybrush Threepwood. Cachis en la mar. Maldito pollo, quiero tu huevo. Ella quiere su huevo. Ella quiere que lo cague. Está empeñada. Pues que sepas que Morgan ya tiene el huevo. Pídeselo. Pídeselo a
Working
él.
hard?
Never.
Keep
Vale.
up the bad work.
Always.
Always, never.
I had to call in a few favors, but I managed to get you this.
Ugh, take the monstrosity away. Its blandness offends me, even at a distance. Scorched Alaska must be like a hot poker to the tongue.
That seems promising, but inconvenient for carrying around.
¿Ya? Empalar.
It seems promising, but inconvenient for carrying around.
No puedo.
That seems promising, but inconvenient for carrying around.
No me lo quiere llevar. No me deja. Empalar la Alaska abrazada en el palo
It seems
ardiente.
promising, but inconvenient for carrying around. Ready for cannon firing.
No me deja llevarlo a esto. Qué caca, y entonces... A lo mejor en otra vela. Que habían muchas abajo. O arriba. ¡Ay!
Looks like it's empty.
¡Qué susto! Aquí habían velas y cosas.
Hardly any warmer now.
Apenas está caliente ya.
Hardly any warmer now.
Apenas está caliente ya. ¿Y esto qué es? ¡Ay! ¿Quieres subir? ¿No queréis subir? ¿Y si le pongo caca? Es que no sé qué es eso, tío. Es un fantasma. Si le pongo caca, gente. O le pongo la pimienta, a ver si ya me deja calentar.
Hardly any warmer now.
No. No, de aquí nada. No. Lo voy a poner en caca. A ver. ¿Caca? No. Nada. No hay caca tampoco. Pero entonces no sé.
Can't you see me be thinking? Make it quick, Swabby!
Hardly any warmer now.
No sirve nada. ¡No sirve nada! No le gusta. Y yo lo he...
I had to call in a few favors, but I managed to get you this.
Ugh, take the monstrosity away. Its blandness offends me, even at a distance. Scorched Alaska must be like a hot poker to the...
Yo quiero meterle el palo este, pero no me deja. Ya está. Ah, ahora me dejas cortar la punta. Pero si te he hecho esto 20 veces. Pero si he hecho esto 20 veces, alma de cántaro. Puto juego,
This should
tío.
make it good and scorchy.
Creo que es que tiene que ser en el momento concreto. Si no lo haces en ese momento, pues ya F. Cachis en la mar.
I had to call in a few favors, but I managed to get you this.
¿Qué fue eso?
Scorched Alaska. Sweet poisonous shades of my shady and poisonous childhood.
Ahí suelto el libro, gente. ¡Qué susto!
It
El demonio
seals
se
me
enfadó.
inside like a lost love.
Isabel,
A
¿no salió tu
masterpiece.
finisher o lo quitaste?
Hey, there's some missing.
Well,
Much respect, Swabby. I am in your
Ah,
debt.
porque yo me lo
I
comí.
hate being in debt, so let's just say I'll vote your way next time we talk about that plan.
Toma,
of
tenemos
yours.
otro voto,
The one with the
gente.
monkeys.
Vale.
you're not reading this. Can I borrow it?
Sure, I'll let you have it for the rest of the day.
Thanks.
¡Ya! ¡Bien! ¡Tenemos el libro! Al final Rosa va a ser la última en convencerla.
Hey, Bob, I've got a great book for you.
Hey, this looks promising. Thanks. I owe you one.
Can I count on your vote to go to Monkey Island?
Sure, no problem.
Ya está. Me falta Rosa.
I still think you should vote to go to Monkey Island.
I don't want to talk about that now. I'm having a crisis of faith. About not being inspired by...
Okay. Can we vote on going to Monkey Island?
You want another vote? Go ring the bell yourself.
Vale, o sea, me falta Rosa. Y con Rosa tendré a la otra. Dale abajo.
Voting hour.
Didn't we just do this?
The meeting is called to order. Are there any matters to be voted on?
Following Madison's ship to Monkey Island, on which I vote aye.
Nay.
Nay.
Aye.
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 That's more ayes than before, but the vote to go must be unanimous. Sorry, Swabby. Meeting adjourned.
Me faltan estas dos. Pero claro, para convencer a aquella tengo que convencer a esta. Y esta solo me dice lo de LeChuck, nada más. ¿Qué coño puedo hacer yo para convencer a esta mujer? Con lo de LeChuck. Ofrecer una lectura inspiradora. A ver. ¿tú
Do you
crees?
remember
¿Tan
giving me
fácil?
this
No
at my
puede ser.
orientation? It's got some good stuff in it.
Oh, yeah. I put it together myself, you know.
No kidding.
Betray trust, commit fraud, threaten bodily harm. So unswerving, so unapologetically ruthless. This really takes me back.
Me too. Back to earlier today in my case.
LeChuck is really an amazing leader.
You can hang on to that if you like.
No, thanks, I'm good. Now that I've remembered why it is that I'm willing to follow LeChuck anywhere, even when I think he's doing something stupid.
Just so we're clear, that means you're gonna vote to go to Monkey Island now?
Yes, even though I know you want me to.
Works for me. I think I've got everyone's support now. Time to call for another vote.
Ah, pues ya está. Ahora sí. Solo era eso. Darle un puto folleto. Era más fácil que ninguno. What the fuck?
One bell. Voting hour.
Let's go.
Didn't we just do this?
The meeting is called to order. Are there any matters to be voted on?
Following Madison's ship to Monkey Island,
olvidé de
on which
ponerlo, es
I
que
vote
nos-
aye.
Se me queda
Ay,
automático cuando
ay,
cierras y abres el
ay,
navegador, entonces
ay.
F.
Aye.
6 in favor, none opposed.
I hope you're happy, Grandma.
Everybody, get ready. We'll follow the other ship as soon as she gets underway.
Yes!
Eso puede ser una sugerencia o un book, Isabel.
So then you
Déjamelo
went to
escrito en
Monkey
feedback.
Not right away. I still needed to get my
¿No?
hands on
Porque
LeChuck's
eso de
map to the
que
secret.
cierras y abres se te quita cuando cierras y abres el navegador. Déjamelo en los feedbacks, que a lo mejor eso puede solucionarse, Isa. Hola, Josario bonita, ¿cómo estás? No recuerdo darles ese bus hace mucho tiempo. Era un poco diferente el de darle Isus. Tenía otro detalle, creo. ¿Qué me han dicho? No sé qué me han dicho. Estaba saludando a Josario.
So,
Todo listo, ¿no?
everything's more or less ready to go?
As soon as Madison's ship gets underway, we'll follow it.
I
Ah,
myself
vale.
wasn't quite ready yet because I still needed to steal LeChuck's
Ah,
map.
es verdad, el mapa. Claro. Claro, tenemos que robarle el mapa a LeChuck. Pero... ¿puedo cortarle otro trozo a esto, no? Pero ¿cómo voy a robarle ahora el mapa a LeChuck?
It grabs like limbs, apparently.
El otro señor está abajo también.
Can't you see me be...
No creo que me diga nada más. A ver.
What do you want, Swabby?
¿Un mono de 3 cabezas?
Are you sure I can't take a peek at the map to the secret?
Touching that...
Vale, no me deja.
I'll just go swab something.
Now get out of here so I can think!
Me huele a espaguetis.
keep your eyes up.
¿Qué cojones?
What do
¿Tiene
you
un
want?
antiestrés de esos?
Nothing?
En la
Now
mano.
get out of here!
What the fuck?
One of your ancestors?
None of your business, Swabby. Stop! No.
No me deja ver el cuadro de la derecha. No me deja entrar para adentro. No me deja...
What do you...
The voodoo poke, nothing to worry about.
Then now get out of here so I can think!
No podemos entrar por la ventana. Algo diferente tiene que ocurrir ahora que...
Flair?
What?
I'll leave you alone.
Yeah.
So, chef,
Nada.
I'll let you get back to cooking.
El chef
Yeah.
tampoco nada. Todavía no le ha salido el huevo al pollo. No estaba, le salió a Isabel la skill anterior. La skill sí, lo que no le salió fue darle Isus el finisher porque se le olvidó ponerlo, porque por lo visto cada vez que abre la página web tiene que volver a ponerlo. Y se le olvidó volver a ponerlo. Quizás habría que poner una sugerencia en Dixper de que no estén todo el rato teniendo que poner el finisher cada vez que abren y cierran el navegador, ¿puede ser? ¿Qué ha pasado? ¿Han comprado cajas? Escucha el chat. No ha salido el mensaje en el chat, ¿no? Déjamelo en feedback y se lo ponemos. Ah, no recuerdo si lo puse, creo que no. Es que esa parte en concreto creo que no, Darles. Tú hablaste de otro tema en concreto diferente. Esa es una muy buena sugerencia que se podría hacer. Si es que no es un bug y a lo mejor la idea era que funcionara, ¿sabes? Estoy dando vueltas al esto, en serio. Mira, se está riendo.
Oh, it's very funny. I don't think
Cuéntame
I've
un
ever heard any of the
chiste.
jokes before.
Cuéntanos un chiste. No, F no nos quiere contar ningún chiste. Vamos a cacharrada
Top
al
deck
señor.
schedule. 1 bell, crew voting. 2 bells,
Programa de Huerta
LeChuck
1,
shouting.
votación, dos campanadas. ¿Qué?
Top deck schedule.
Bronca de
1
LeChuck.
bell, crew voting.
Ah, pues la toco
2
dos
bells,
veces y
LeChuck
tenemos
shouting.
bronca. 1, 2.
That time again already? Well, let's get to it. Eyes front, you disgusting heaps of festering scum. Why is the ship's cauldron still empty? I distinctly ordered a mystical voodoo potion. If a ship is going to function properly, blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Flee you all.
Es el momento, es el momento. ¡Hala! Buenísimo. Aprovechemos que está bla 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 para entrar en su camarote y coger el mapa. Ea. Lo tenemos, chicos, lo tenemos. La, 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 la.
It's not much of a map. There's just some writing on it, but clearly it's important. It's not much of a map. There's just some writing on it, but clearly it's important.
¿No lo quieres? ¿Por qué no quieres el mapa? Ah, cambiar el mapa por
This
esto.
isn't remotely like a map. He'd notice it right away.
Ah, pues el mapa este tuyo.
A map's a
viejo.
map. I don't think he'll spot the difference. Now I just need to get Madison a skull, and we'll be good to go.
Vale. Pues ya está. Ahora sí.
In conclusion, shape up, or the eels will be gnawing on your carcass. All right, same time tomorrow then. Dismissed.
Vale. Ahora tengo que enviarle a Madison la calavera, es decir, meterla aquí y lanzar esto.
Okay, Murray, I just need one more thing from you. I hope you're not allergic to gunpowder.
Of course I'm not.
Hey, what are you doing? These things are dangerous.
Pobre Murray.
She's underway.
All hands, stand by to make sail.
We're nearly there, me hearties. The fabled shores of fabled Monkey Island. Captain Madison and her associates will have to be dealt with, of course.
Gente, ¿me podéis lanzar dixper? Que yo puedo darle así y no pasa nada, ¿no? Y pauso el texto.
But our top priority is the secret.
A no ser que estéis leyendo, lo que también puede pasar. Claro, porque claro. Ah.
Extra
¿Cómo se ve el
rations
texto?
for everyone. Grog.
Hey!
All right.
Evidentemente. ¿Se ha quitado el parche? Se ha flipado y se ha quitado el parche. ¿Y ahora qué?
Oops.
I did not see that coming.
Eso no me lo esperaba.
I want to savor this, so I'm going to let you have the first jab.
En serio.
You're as rusty as that butter knife you call a sword.
We're both still sharper than you.
Okay, decent comeback.
Why don't you try again?
You're all flavor and no saber.
Well, your flavor is, flavorless. Blast.
Oh! Hey, cheating! I won that round. Also, I'm pretty sure we're supposed to use the swords when we do this.
You don't seem to know how to use a sword. I can't decide if you're waving that thing like a feather duster or more like a mop.
Hey, I know that one!
Oh, been practicing, huh? What comeback would you use for waving it like a feather duster or like a mop?
Either way, I'll clean the floor with you.
That's what I thought, too.
I can't decide if you're waving your sword like a feather duster or more like a mop.
Either way, I'll clean the floor with you.
Too late to start doing your job now, Swabby!
Hey, you're laying a comeback on my comeback? That's gotta be against the rules.
You really should keep up on the latest trends. Goodbye, Threepwood.
Parte 3. El regreso de Monkey Island. ¡Lee el mono! ¡La cabeza de mono! Monkey Island. 6 minutos a pie. ¡Ay, Dios!
Good thing I can still hold my breath
Tengo
for 10 minutes.
7.
More or less.
Is it more or is it less?
What?
You say you can hold your breath for 10 minutes, but then sometimes you say 8. One time I heard you say 12. Which one is it?
Well, in my prime, I could do 10 minutes. No problem.
Are you in your prime in this story?
8 minutes. Now let me get back to it before the 8 minutes runs out. There's no way I could ever pass this. Monkey Island, 6-minute walk.
2 minutos después. Uy, una cartita. Dos minutos después. Dos minutos después.
At last! Hello, Monkey Island.
Hello.
It's me, Guybrush.
Mira el
Did you
árbol.
miss me? Your secret will be mine.
LeChuck,
10 minutes,
llámame
tops.
LA.
I just need to take a look at the map I stole from LeChuck.
Ay, el mapa. ¿Dónde está? ¿Es este? Mapa del secreto. Empieza la búsqueda en la zarza de frutos rojos. Sigue la mano de mono de piedra. Cíñete al camino junto al pollo de madera. Pásate entre las abejas y fíjate en el letrero. La X indica el lugar. Como siempre. Empieza la búsqueda en la zarza de frutos rojos. Sigue la mano del mono de piedra. Zarza de frutos rojos, zarza de frutos rojos, zarza de frutos rojos.
Aw, it's a heart with L and E someone romantically carved into the tree.
Pararan, tan, tarararan. ¡Oh, Murray!
Murray? Is that you? Sorry about the cannon.
No es Murray.
It's just a creepy skull. I'll keep this for my Shakespeare summer stock. Well, I'm no phrenologist, but
No es Murray.
just some old skull.
F. Murray. No está por la playa. Lo perdimos por siempre. Me va a matar cuando me encuentre, si me encuentra. Monkey Island. ¡Mira el mono! La zarza de frutos rojos. Habemos preguntos. Deliciosos frutos rojos, dice.
I don't eat trailberries. Not after what happened last time. And the time before that.
¿Puedo coger un poco? No. Ah, una bandera pirata.
You don't hear much about land pirates, but they're out there.
Piratas de tierra. Mano grande.
It's a big stone monkey part. I shudder to think about what part I might find next.
Mapa. Sigue la mano del mono de piedra, cíñete al camino junto al pollo de madera y pasa entre las abejas y fíjate en el letrero. Por el pollo de madera.
Well, I would have carved a pulley in the middle.
Pasa entre las abejas y lee el letrero.
I do like hunt secret this way. It's pretty straightforward, which I appreciate.
Esto es demasiado fácil, es una trampa. Ahí está la X. He visto una tarjeta de trivial aquí debajo. Tengo muchas preguntas aquí. ¿El nombre oficial de la tienda de vudú es? ¿Qué ave aparece en el sello de Bermuda? ¿Qué clase de dulce no es el favorito de Otis? Ah, no me acordaba acá. La producción de Monkey Island transcurrió en... Esta la fallé la primera vez. ¿Qué puse? No me acuerdo qué puse. El acrónimo de la Fundación Marley contra el escorbuto es... El acrónimo de la Fundación Marley contra el escorbuto. ¿Cuál de estos no aparece en el fondo del mar? Caput. Ay. ¿Dónde hay espinos? Y ya. Pensar.
The secret of Monkey Island must be buried here. What an amazing stroke of luck.
Pero que
A
es
free
una
shovel to dig up the secret with.
Una pala gratis. Voy a caer en una trampa. Obviamente está hecho a huevo esto. Es que, por favor. Guybrush, para eso es nuevo. Todos lo sabíamos, menos tú. Qué bien, qué rico.
That's not LeChuck.
Querían pillar a LeChuck.
You must be the smart one.
This clown won't know LeChuck's secrets. but I guess we could torture him anyway.
Wait!
O sea, que fueron los que le dieron el mapa a LeChuck engañándole para que... ¡Qué tontos!
I know plenty of LeChuck's secrets.
Do you know LeChuck's theme song, his catchphrase, or his favorite food?
How about his lookout's favorite food? I know that one. All too well.
Not helpful.
Ugh, this is going nowhere.
We wouldn't even be in this bind if you'd let me kill him on melee.
Don't start with me, Lila. Remember, it was me that intercepted the real map on its way to LeChuck in the first place.
That's a blank piece of paper.
It's encrypted.
I can reveal it with a dark magic spell, but I have to have LeChuck's personal information to break the security. As part of the spell, we have to play his music, say his catchphrase, and eat his favorite food.
He's here on the island.
Ugh, LeChuck is too powerful to face directly. This trap was supposed to catch him off guard so we could get the information out of him.
And now we're out of root beer.
We could search his ship for information while he's gone?
We thought of that, but the ship's enchanted to be unboardable.
Only LeChuck and his crew can get on it.
Well, not sure I was ever technically fired. I mean, I did wind up at the bottom of the ocean, but no one ever said the words, "You're fired."
You can get on the ship?
Probably. I mean, definitely. Yes.
Fine. Here's the deal. You find out what we need to know. We decode the map and we split the secret 4 ways. That's the only offer and I won't make it again. In or out.
Entre los cuatro, dice.
What are the alternatives?
We kill you.
I accept.
No way! You teamed up with Captain Madison?
Well, they were planning to double-cross me, of course. My only option was to do it first. Double-cross them before they could double-cross me. Triple-cross.
Dad.
I'd get them what they needed to work the spell on the map, and then I'd find a way to steal it.
Cool!
Remember,
Típico,
it's his
típico
theme
niño.
music, catchphrase, and favorite food.
We're camped at the big monkey ahead if you need anything.
Actually, there is one thing.
Hasta luego. Y se fueron. Olía a trampa claramente. Que se le va así la sangre a la cabeza.
It's a skull I found.
Vale. Es la única salida, es esta. Ok, entonces volvemos a examinar aquí por si acaso, porque claro. Espérate. ¿Esto qué?
It's running a little fast.
Va un poco deprisa, dice. Vale. Casita para pajaritos.
I didn't know the island was zoned for housing.
¡Rupto,
I
cómo
feel
está,
fundamentally
Monico! ¿Qué tal va ese veranito, Rupto? Que te hemos visto poco este veranito, ¿eh? Dejas ver mucho. ¿Está pasando en grande? Pasear hasta la playa del volcán. Me pica la nariz, como me pica la nariz. Tiquiti.
Just a whole lot of jungle around here.
Jungle around here. Hay que revisar todos los caminos del bosque porque ya conocemos este juego y luego se lía. Y luego aparecen cosas donde no habían. Porque sí. Todos los caminos llevan a la playa.
I think I definitely lost my way.
Vale, vamos a ver el naufragio, a ver. ¡Uy! Monray.
Murray, is that you? Sorry about flattening you. Oh, it's just a spooky skull. I'll keep
¿Pero
this for
por
Halloween.
qué tantas calaveras? ¿Qué está pasando? ¿Qué es esto? Rocas de la
The
costa.
rocks around here are treacherous. I have to be careful not to stub my toe. Well, the age-old battle of rock versus hull only ever
Este
ends one way.
naufragio no será...
Ugh, this really puts the wreck in shipwreck.
Culpa
My
mía,
sympathies
¿no?
to the unlucky captain.
En el 1 yo rompí un barco con una roca aquí. Mi barco. No será este.
It says the sea
Si
monkey.
tengo que apostar,
Hey,
sí.
This is my old ship from Monkey Island 1.
¡Míralo!
Wow, the
¿Lo
sea
ves?
monkey brought me
El
adventure
mono
and
de
fame.
mar.
Oh, I feel like this is a good omen. Either that or this forgotten
El
wreck
que
of a
me
ship
vendió
discarded on the
Stan.
beach is highly symbolic.
Sí.
Oh, I'd love to get the old girl running again. It'd be a great summer project.
Un proyecto de verano, dice. LOL, viene ardashe con las vacaciones y con las reformas de casa. ¡Ay! ¿Qué hay de esta? ¿Aprovechaste para reformas? A tope, rooftop. Pasear hasta la playa del volcán. Cangrejo. ¡Oh! ¿Murray? No es Murray.
Murray? Is that you? Sorry about getting you mixed up in this. Oh, it's just a weird-looking skull. I'll keep this for no reason.
Ups, estoy en el barco. ¿Por el agua? ¡Tiburón! Espera, no quiero ir al barco todavía, espera. Madera
It's some
deriva.
driftwood that washed up on the beach.
Ajá.
I can relate.
Trivial. A la jungla.
That is gazeworthy. That is gazeworthy.
Ah, solo puedo
That
admirarlo.
is gazeworthy.
El monte. Me raya un poco la forma que le pusieron aquí ahora al mapa, porque siento que no veo la forma que ella... Desde esta perspectiva es como... Curioso. ¡Ah, mira! Aquí está esto de la roca. No se ve el oro, exacto.
Splendid.
Oh, ¿Murray?
Murray? Is that you? I probably should have left you in your crate. Oh,
Sí,
it's just a sea salt
Rooftop,
encrusted
el
skull.
lunes.
I'll keep
Estamos
this,
ya en
in
el
case
día
I ever
3
take
de
up skull
streaming.
juggling.
Este es el día 3 de streaming ya de Monkey Island. Rooftop, lo empezamos el lunes. Tienes para ver ahí.
This is where I accidentally fell years ago when the ledge collapsed. Good times.
Cuando me caí, cuando se desprendió esto, que muchos de ustedes dijeron que nunca lo habían visto y mira, lo menciona aquí. ¡Qué bueno! Ya está, no hay nada más, solo es para ver las vistas. Pues vamos al barco. Ya hemos visto todo. Pero no me debería de poner el parche porque tengo tantas calaveras. ¿Qué es esto? ¿Qué locura es esta? Pero por favor, que
Just some old skull. Just some old skull.
parecen primos, hermanos, vecinos. No sé qué está pasando aquí. No tengo el parche ya del ojo. Me dejarán. Ya no lo tengo. Se fue la verga. ¡Gambas!
This whole tremendous ship is kind of a floating midlife crisis.
Me comió Isabel. Buenísimo. Hostia, la barracuda. Cuidado. El barco ha cambiado. Para eso era el ancla, ¿eh? Sí, ya decía yo. ¿Qué veníamos a buscar aquí? Que no me acuerdo. Comprobar el timón. ¿Puedo comprobarlo desde...? ¡Ostras! ¿Seguirá el otro? ¡Hola!
Drowning down with just me thoughts.
¿Qué tal?
Again?
Again? I don't know you. I'd remember an ugly mug like yours.
¿Todavía tienes
mistake.
oportunidad
See
de
you
que te
later.
saque de
No,
aquí?
wait. Only joking. Hang about. Maybe you can give me a hand. I'm a bit stuck.
¿Qué me das a cambio?
Did I see you stuff a notebook into your shirt?
There's nothing you need to know about. Go away.
What's in the notebook? Is it a diary?
Look, it's poems, all right? Zombie pirate poems, but they're not finished. I've got some problems to work out with them still.
Maybe I could help you with your poetry? I've dangled a metaphor or two in my day.
Well, I am stuck in a few places. For instance, what rhymes with worms?
¿Qué rima con gusanos? Words, hands. ¿Cómo se dice granos en inglés? Elephants, Africans. Septicemia.
Words.
Oh yeah, that
Manos,
could work.
¿no?
All right then. I also need an idea for something that grows.
Algo que crece. Growth. Las rocas no crecen. La cera de las orejas. Me falta inglés aquí, no sé cómo se pronuncia esto. Lords? Larps.
Maggots.
I think that fits.
No encaja.
How about a rhyme for black?
Pero y... ¿Por qué lo has apuntado si no encaja? ¿Qué dijo naranja? No, naranja lo he leído yo aquí, ¿no? Ay, que me... ¿qué es esto?
Orange, very avant-garde. I would never have dared, but
La he liado.
you're giving me courage. Thanks a lot. I was a bit underwater there, but I think at least I can call the first volume wrapped up
¿En serio
then.
está válido eso?
Hey,
What do you want?
now that they're finished, would you show me your poems?
What? So you can steal them? Oh, I don't think so.
Okay.
Buenas, Nancy.
Honestly, I have no
Gracias
idea
por
why I'm
la
even
raid.
asking. It's not your secrets I'm interested in, after all. Do you happen to know LeChuck's catchphrase?
No. Whenever he's yelling, I get too distracted counting his teeth to pay attention. Got me in trouble a few times.
How did you get stuck on the rudder?
I was just doing my job, breaking in a new swab. That's not bad. Lob, fob, gob. Oh, gob. Gob could work. Anyway, let's just say that upper management took exception to my methods. And here I am.
The new swab you mentioned. What was he like? Rising star? Diamond in the rough?
A useless plank. I don't think he knows one end of the mop from the other. Also, he come down here, stole a knife I was keeping in my back, and left me stuck. Didn't even try to help.
Maybe if you'd been nicer to that swab, he'd have helped you.
Not him. Sometimes you can just tell about people.
Did you ever think maybe you deserve to be left down here because you're a cruel bully with self-esteem issues?
No.
Would you happen to know LeChuck's favorite food?
I've got better things to do than watch that guy eat.
Do you know if LeChuck has a theme song?
Does the screaming of his enemies count?
I doubt it.
Then no.
Enjoy your evening.
Were you leaving? Without helping me? When I get out of here, I'm gonna eat what little there is of your brain and use your broken ribs to pick my teeth.
Ya te sacaré algún día, creo. Esperemos.
Tempting, but the climb would be beyond even my legendary skills.
Vamos a entrar por ahí.
They've sealed it shut.
¡La han cerrado! Pues
So many fond, greasy memories. They've sealed it shut.
F, la han cerrado. No podemos entrar por ahí. Hay que buscar otro camino. ¡Oh!
You!
Hola.
Hi.
You're not welcome on this ship, Threepwood.
Oh, vaya. Entiendo. Así que tengo que buscar la manera de entrar. ¿Por la ventana? Por ejemplo. Solo tengo calaveras.
And I can already tell I'm not going to be able to do that.
Oh. No, no puedo abrir esto. Vaya, vaya, vaya. No tengo muchas más opciones. Entonces.
Murray? Is that you?
Otra
This
calavera.
doesn't affect our friendship. Oh, it's just a soaked skull. I'll keep this for my Skull Club meetup.
Qué guay esto. Pero vamos a preguntarle a los chicos algo al respecto porque es que ahora mismo no. Vamos a ver la cabeza del mono gigante. Intentar leer el viejo letrero.
It's faded over the years, but it still says private property.
Propiedad privada. Ay. Lul.
Murray? Is that you?
Pero
Sorry
¿cuántas
about the things I
calaveras voy a
said to you.
tener?
Oh, It's just a rancid skull. I'll keep this for the voodoo lady.
Hey, partner.
Hello.
We're ready on our end. Have you learned LeChuck's secrets yet?
Yeah, I ran into some trouble boarding the ship.
Is it the enchantment keeping you off?
Good news. We get to kill him after all.
No, that's not it. I lost my eye patch disguise, so the crew knows it's me, and they won't let me back on.
You need to look like one of them. I know a good spell that can do that. I'll need a secret to build it on. Get me a physical object from one of the crew. Something they would keep hidden from the others.
Okay, I'll see what I can come up with.
Que le consiga un objeto de la tripulación. Pues esto. ¿No te vale?
Just some old skull. Just some old skull.
Did you bring something secret from one of the crew?
Remind me what you need to make a disguise?
Get me a physical object from one of the crew. Something they would keep hidden from the others.
Okay, I'll see what I can come up with.
Algo que oculte a los demás. Pero si ya estuve en el barco y no encontré nada.
See ya, partner.
¿El libro de poemas del señor? Es el único que puede ayudarme. Pero tendría que ayudarle a escapar también. Está complicado esto.
Thinking thoughts I really ought not.
Hey!
What do you want?
Now that they're finished, would you show me your poems?
What? So you can steal them? Oh, I don't think so.
Sí, quiero robártelos. Tengo muchas calaveras. Y no puedo hacer nada con las calaveras. Son todas diferentes. Es curioso porque tengo pienso y tampoco sirve. Es un objeto del barco. Pero bueno, pues no le sirve a la señora. No le sirve el pienso. Cachis en la mar. Y por ahí no puedo
but
entrar.
the climb would be beyond even my legendary skill. They've sealed it shut.
No sé, voy a intentar hablar con la tía de arriba a ver si me deja algo, pero lo dudo. Me va a tirar por la borda. O eso o que hay algo en el mar.
Threepwood, not so sneaky without your magic disguise, are you?
Fuck. No tengo ni idea. Isabel. Ni idea.
It's some driftwood that washed up on the beach. I can relate.
¿Pero de dónde saca un objeto de la tripulación?
I'm not even a fan of live squid.
Si esta gente no me deja nada. Escuchar las risas llevando los cascos es horrible. No puede ser.
It's running a little fast. Well, I would have carved a pulley in the middle, but that's just me. I do like honey, but I don't want to escalate the situation. I feel fundamental. That is gaze-worthy. The rocks around here are treacherous. I have to be careful not to stub my toe.
Ya estamos atascados otra vez.
Pot. Sot. Snot.
Can I buy your notebook of poems?
No.
Jo.
I've got a friend who edits a paper. He might be interested in your poetry.
That'd be fantastic. But I'm a little inconvenienced at the moment, you know, stuck on the rudder and all that. Maybe you could show my work to your editor friend?
I'd be happy to do that.
And let's just keep this a secret between us, if you don't mind. Mum's the word until they're announced.
Ay. Mira lo que era. Si es que cada vez que te enfrentas a alguien, tienes que usar todo lo de tu inventario en él, por si acaso. Todo. Me fui para la otra pantalla. ¿Podemos leer el libro?
Wow, these are really bad poems. I see why Gullet was keeping them secret.
Poemas malos. Ya estamos aquí, señoras.
Hey, partner.
Did you bring something secret from one of the crew?
Sí.
I did. Gullet was keeping this under wraps. Can you use it to make a disguise?
Gullet.
Twisting worms and twisting words. I can see why someone would want to keep this a secret. It's drivel. It's perfect. Qui doloram ipsum, quia dolor citamet.
Ooh.
Nisi utali qui vexia comedo consequat. Exceptor sint ocecat, cupidetat non croiden.
Calavera.
Use the first poem to activate the disguise, and the last one to be yourself again.
Fantastic. Thanks.
Keep us looped in on your progress.
Yep, will do.
No. ¿Qué esos poemas?
Threepwood, I
haces
might have
aquí?
known you'd be wrapped up in this. It's just your kind of swamp.
¿Estás
Yours too, it
desprensado?
I do like the moral black areas.
¿Qué haces ahí?
How was your trip to Monkey Island?
Yeah. People kept dropping me into cauldrons of glop for some reason. But I'll have my revenge on all of them. Especially that withered zombie man on LeChuck's crew.
¿Quieres que te empale con tus amigos calaveros? Que tengo montones. Mira, un hueso.
I wonder if this arm bone has anything to do with anything.
Pero a lo mejor los tengo que colocar en sitios concretos. A lo mejor tienen un orden. Porque me deja ponerlos donde me salga del orto.
Ouch! Hey!
So, do, ti.
¿En serio?
Do.
Ray, La, B. Do, Ray. B, Fa. So, La, Ti, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, So, La, Ti, La, Ti, La, So, Do, So, Do, Mi, Re, So, Fa, La, So, Ti.
¿Qué está pasando aquí? Que alguien me explique esto.
Are you getting a cut of the secret too?
They've promised me your skeleton, minus the head, of course. Do.
I guess Lila used them all up when she made the disguise.
Vamos a tener que hacer la canción de Monkey Island seguro aquí con las calaveras, que es la favorita de LeChuck o alguna. Para esto que estaba buscando esta gente. ¿Qué te apuestas?
Come back soon, partner.
No. Bueno, ya están colocadas. La cabra está temblando.
This can't be right.
Isn't that a mop tree? I didn't realize you were on a mop quest.
Not since my college days. And then I was just experimenting.
No, no rompas el
That's not
árbol.
important right now. Someone messed up, and I think I know who.
¿Wally?
Twisting worms and twisting words. Ideas fill my head. The poems flow as maggots grow, creatively undead. Permission to come aboard?
Gullet. I thought we'd lost you.
Me parezco al cocinero.
I'm still feeling the sting of your knife.
I got the knife back, so you let me know if the feeling fades. Your voice sounds funny.
Yeah, still a few quarts of seawater in the lungs, I guess.
I guess. Anyway, welcome back to the ship. Do me a favor and guard this spot until LeChuck and Iron Rose get back. I've almost finished the piece I was working on, and I want to get back to it.
I promise I'll give it my utmost attention. I won't let you down. What?
Nothing. You just seem different. Don't let anybody on board or I'll stab you again.
This is a bunch of empty containers of monkey blood and squid ink.
Este sigue cojonado.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, Gullet, you smell cleaner than usual.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Do you happen to know LeChuck's catchphrase? I'm trying to be more like him.
Well, then you should change your catchphrase every few minutes. I have no idea how he keeps track.
Does LeChuck have a theme song? I'm planning a surprise.
Surprising LeChuck doesn't sound like a good idea, but he did say something recently about having a theme composed. I don't know if it was ever finished.
I'd still like to hear LeChuck's theme song.
Like I said, I think he was having one...
Oh. Do you happen to know LeChuck's favorite food?
No, but Putra probably does.
Right. See ya. This is a bunch of empty containers of preservatives and coloring agents. I wouldn't want to wake him up. Hey, I can see all the way to the giant monkey head. Madison, Lila, and Trent are all talking. They look happy, planning what to do when they're finished with me, no doubt. Well, I'll have the last laugh. Ha!
La hora de la siesta de Flambe.
If I'm wrong about what that is, taking it would be a big mistake. If I'm right, it would be a bigger one. It's LeChuck's personal diary. I wouldn't have pegged him as the type for self-reflection.
¿Diario personal? ¿Qué? 24 de mayo. Me gusta este nuevo diario que me ha regalado Kelly de Goyahuellos. Me sorprendió que me hiciera semejante regalado de que fui yo quien le rebanó el pescuezo. Pienso escribir todos los días. 5 de junio. No, todos los días no. Hoy es 5 de junio. El tiempo vuela cuando te diviertes navegando, saqueando, sembrando el terror, etc. Y aquí va el tren en raya. «9 de julio, qué locura de noche. La tripulación estuvo jugando a cuál es vuestra anécdota más bochornosa de Guybrush. Con mímica alrededor de la olla. 1 de agosto, acabamos de cruzar el paralelo 19 para sembrar el terror en Bermuda. Nos hemos topado con un molesto barco aduanero. Fue fácil escapar de él y dispararle balas de cañón vudú. «3 de agosto. Me he abrigado y he subido a la cubierta a hacer más cartas astrales. La jarra de Gross se veía estupendamente». 30 de noviembre. Hemos llegado a la bahía Calavera y hemos soltado el ancla. Putra va a hacer macarrones con queso para cenar. Esperaba más de la nueva cocinera. 4 de diciembre. Hoy hemos atacado y saboteado un barco de correo. Ha sido muy ameno. El mar estaba lleno de cachitos de papel de regalo como si hubiera explotado un payaso. Me ha traído gratos recuerdos, pero no me acuerdo el nombre del payaso. Nota personal: ejercitar más la memoria. 12 de diciembre. Estoy probando una nueva muletilla. Que saque mis blasfemos sables. Es mucho mejor que la última. Que saque mis blasfemos sables. 19 de diciembre. La nueva vela mayor está demasiado bien. Voy a enviar a un marinero a hacerla jirones para que transmita más maldad. 20 de diciembre. La nueva tripulación me pregunta por qué odio a Guybrush Threepwood. No puedo dar un solo motivo. Es una lista interminable de cosas que me molestan de él. Guybrush no para de aparecer cuando menos me lo espero. Maldigo la hora en la que me enfrenté a él hace años después de arruinarme la boda con mi verdadero amor Elaine. 25 de diciembre. He decidido cambiarme de muletilla para Navidad. ¡Que empuñen los trémulos sables! ¡Jo, jo, jo, jo! ¡Hola, Ferlos Time! ¿Qué tal? Bienvenido. ¿Cuánto time? 5 de enero. Se me ha olvidado decir que la tripulación me hizo una fiesta de cumpleaños al día siguiente de llegar a la bahía Calavera. Los pasé a todos por la quilla. Postdata, de todos modos había que limpiar la quilla. 9 de enero. Cada vez pienso más en por qué odio a Guybrush. Parece que él me considera su archienemigo. Enemigos mortales enfrentados en combate perpetuo. Lo cierto es que me importa un bledo. Es como si un mosquito me considerara su archienemigo cuando no es más que un insecto molesto de que espachurrar. 12 de enero. Rosa de Hierro ha dicho que mi muletilla está muy trillada. La he azotado en el Baupress. Pero he decidido probar esta. ¡Por mis barbas erizadas! 1 de febrero. He conversado largo y tendido con Rosa mientras asábamos salchichas sobre cadáveres en llamas en la playa de la isla Terror. Me encanta ese sitio. Según ella, cuanto más desestimo a Guybrush como un mero incordio, más claro está que somos verdaderos archienemigos. Venga, Rooftop, muchas gracias. Aquí estamos. 2 de febrero. Estoy haciendo una lista de motivos por los que odio a Guybrush Threepwood. Nombre idiota que le pone Guybrush a su hijo. 2. Se cree un gran pirata cuando no es ni lo uno ni lo otro. Ni grande ni pirata. 3. Siempre persigue el mismo tesoro que yo. 4. Me arrebató a Elaine. 5. La prensa habla mejor de él que de mí. 6. Solo le interesa el glamour de la piratería. Yo predico con el ejemplo, él solo predica. 7. Mi barco es mucho mejor que el suyo. Adiós, Rooftop. Buena Cubit. ¡Buena Cubit! La maldición de Guybrush. 14 de febrero. Oh, Elaine, tras todos estos largos años, sigo añorando el calor de tu abrazo. Maldito Guybrush, llegará el día en que tu final esté escrito. 17 de febrero. Idea para una nueva muletilla. Que saqué en los 7 sables. No estoy muy seguro de esta. Tendré que consultarla con la almohada. 9 de marzo. Hoy el barco vuelve a estar rodeado de gaviotas. Normalmente las ratas gigantes y aladas es lo que me va. Pero intentan robarme los arenques del desayuno y están dejando la cubierta tan blanca que no hay quien se mantenga en pie. Estoy pensando en conjurar una tormenta permanente para mantener a raya esas alimañas. Si tienen hijos le pondrá Guybrush por los viejos tiempos. Dios, ¿te imaginas? Tío, de verdad, me encantan los dibujos artísticos. O sea, es que me encantan los dibujos de este libro porque me dan ganas de hacerlos yo. Porque son sencillos, pero al final son bonitos y es como, joder, le quiero hacer yo esto a mis libros. Yo que sé, es una cosa que no sé si os pasa, pero dan ganas de sacar un lápiz y dibujar estas tonterías. 12 de marzo, el barco está hecho una porquería. He instaurado no en forma obligatoria para grumetes. 30 de marzo. Esta tarde he probado nuevos métodos de castigo. Los anzuelos de ballena han sido muy eficaces. Tengo que sustituir a varios tripulantes. Me he acordado después de que Rosa lo sugiriera de que no debo usar al cirujano del barco como conejillo de indias. Le he sumado más latigazos por permitir que se me olvidara. 1 de abril he decidido dejar de sembrar el terror por los mares. Cuando lleguemos a puerto pienso dedicarme a obras de caridad, sacar todo mi botín e indemnizar a mis víctimas. Lo primero que haré será disculparme con Guybrush y darle un buen abrazo. Es el día de las bromas, el 1 de abril en Estados Unidos o algo de esto, ¿no? ¡Volco! April's Fool. April's Fool, ¿no era? ¿Qué día era? El 4, el 1, no sé qué día era. Pero esto parece un día de broma. O sea, esto parece el típico de... Esto no. 2 de abril, jaja, me mondo conmigo mismo. Claro, es que claro. El 1 de abril, ¿no? Sí, entonces eso fue total April's Fool. Vale. 9 de abril, he decidido cambiar mi muletilla a desgraciado sea Threepwood. Breve y bonito, me gusta. Lo hemos pillado, lo hemos pillado. 10 de abril, problema de la nueva muletilla. Oigo demasiado el nombre de Threepwood. Voy a volver a la que usaba el día 17. ¿17 de qué mes? ¿De la anterior? Esta, que saqué en los 7 sables. Apuntarlo, estamos en esta. Que saqué en los 7 sables. 4 de mayo, hoy ha llegado el mapa del secreto. Las medidas de seguridad no parecen funcionar, pero ahora que está el barco es imposible que caiga en las manos equivocadas. Debería haber obligado a Wally a usar mi cifrado personal, pero él quería vincularlo más a mí. Pienso leerle la cartilla a ese cartógrafo y Orica cuando me haga con el secreto. 8 de mayo, Jancy y Flora, la loca, han mencionado a Guybrush en la cena. Necesito sustitutos, quizá en Melee, ya que vamos a parar allí por provisiones vudú. 10 de mayo, he tomado puerto en Melee. Los habitantes no se han inmutado ante la presencia del barco. Echo de menos los viejos tiempos. Nota personal, destruir unos cuantos edificios con los cañones la próxima vez. 14 de mayo, se me ha ocurrido un insulto tronchante, jeje. Me parto yo solo. Y he mandado a Guybrush hacia la muerte. Esta noche lo celebramos. Nota personal, mandar mi pésame a Elaine. Vale, ya está. Entonces nos hemos quedado con la de los sables. La de los sables, esta. Que saqué en los 7 sables. Que no estaba muy seguro de esta, pero parece que se ha quedado con esta, porque al final del libro no hay nada más. No hemos averiguado el plato favorito, pero ya tenemos otra pista. Tengo ganas de coger esto, pero no me deja.
If I'm wrong about what that is, taking it would be a big mistake. If I'm
Vamos a
right,
preguntarle a la putra por el plato favorito. A ver.
Gullet, you tough old slab of crocodile meat! Somehow I knew you'd make it back. Can I fix you something to eat?
I'll have whatever LeChuck's having.
LeChuck's on the island, looking for the big secret.
You cook for LeChuck. Does he have a favorite dish?
Don't tease me by trying to take an interest. You've never had the slightest appreciation for my talents. You think I just sling hash.
You're the best hash slinger I've ever known.
There, you just proved it. Get out of my galley.
Okay, I'm going.
Fuck.
What dish
You've never had the slightest appreciation for my talent.
You're the best chef I've ever known.
Chef? You called me chef? In all the years you've known me, you've never done that before. I don't know what happened while you were overboard, but I like this change in you. What was it you wanted to know about?
LeChuck's favorite food.
Well, that's easy. Tentacles with daisy sauce.
Yeah!
Don't blame me. It's not my favorite food.
Are we almost to the part about the triple cross?
Not quite.
Tentacles with daisy sauce.
Ah, a classic.
Tentáculos a la margarita. Se nos va a olvidar, ¿eh? Lo de los 7 sables se nos va a olvidar, Kubi. No vaya a ser. Se me va a olvidar.
Can you make me some tentacles with daisy sauce?
Sorry, I'm all out of the main ingredient.
¿Tentáculo? ¿No tienes tentáculos?
Do you happen to know LeChuck's
Nos falta la
theme song?
melodía,
I
Teke.
don't know.
Solamente.
Claire's the composer. I think she's on deck duty right now.
No. I mean, yes, sure she is.
Vale. Los 7 sables... Sí, es la... Tenemos ya la muletilla. Bueno, varias en el diario. El plato es los tentáculos a la margarita, pero tenemos que conseguir tentáculos para hacerlos. Y en cuanto a la melodía, vamos a preguntarle a Flair.
Well, I've got work to do.
Uy.
Right.
Examinar
Could be a
hueso.
humorous, or maybe the ulna. It's hard to tell without some deep forensic analysis. How's the score coming along?
The music's done, I'm just decorating it now. Go back and guard the ship like I told you.
How's the score coming along?
The music's done, I'm just decorating it now. Go back and guard the ship like I told you.
Vaya. F. No me deja hablar con ella. No, lo tapearon a saco.
Ew.
Pero tú, ¿cuándo vas a cagar el huevo?
Ugh, I'll keep my distance. Mothers are more vicious defending their young.
¿De verdad?
These open plan offices are all the rage now.
¿De dónde saco ya unos tentáculos?
Hey, Gullet.
I'd still like to hear LeChuck's theme song.
Well, like I said, I think he was having one composed, but I don't know.
O sea, Flair se la está componiendo, pero...
See ya.
Voy a hablar con el de abajo. Que cuando me vea con su aspecto igual le da un patatús. Digo, ¿no? Cantemos. ¡Ah! Ardashe, vaya. Él no sabe si el hueso es un cubito porque tú sí que conoces un cubito.
Hi.
Isabel.
What are you?
¿Qué eres? Soy tú, obviamente. Soy tu gemelo perdido. Soy el espectro de tu perdición. Soy Guybrush Threepwood, un gran pirata.
I'm your long-lost twin. Mullet.
No.
Greñote.
Mullet disappeared over 90 years ago. And we were fraternal twins, not identical. You cannot be Mullet.
Fraternal twins look more alike as they age. It's a scientific fact.
I don't want to look or otherwise be anything like you, Mullet. Ya worthless toad. Even after 90 years, I can't stand the sight of you. Kindly get lost for another 90.
Okay.
Give my best a mum if you see her.
Hi.
Get lost, Mullet. As far as I'm concerned, I have no brother.
Qué gracioso.
Not right in front of him.
Lo único que me queda es tocar la campana, que no sé si servirá para algo. 2 veces. A lo mejor viene LeChuck de a saber dónde.
Captain LeChuck isn't on board. We get a reprieve from yelling.
Oh. Sí, como se me ve la ropa.
One bell. Voting hour.
¿Qué vamos a votar?
What's going on? I don't like being interrupted.
I don't know.
Someone rang the bell.
Okay, so we're voting. What's the issue?
I don't know. Bob?
Well, I don't know. Flair?
Don't look at me. I didn't ring the stupid bell.
Well, I didn't ring it.
Don't look at me. I can't reach the thing from here.
Haven't we already done enough voting for one day?
Well, the bell rang. What do you want to do?
Should we... wait?
Well, I'm not...
Está fuerte la lluvia, ¿eh?
Waiting around any longer. I've got work to do.
Waste of time. Hope my soup didn't burn.
La campana sacó lluvia. Efecto lluvia añadido. Por cierto, ardashe. Sí, por cierto, dime Tekken. El otro estaba dormido. Se supone que viene una tormenta de feca. Te lo pasé por TikTok, ¿lo has visto? Míratelo. Me costó entenderlo. O algo así. Te lo pasé antes por TikTok. Ah, es verdad, me lo pasaste tú. ¡No! Tekken teniendo una ida de olla, no te creo. Increíble, Tekken, ¿estás bien? Ay, qué bueno. Sí, pero ardashe no es de África, de Canarias. Ay, ay, ay. Ay. Pero ¿será verdad eso, Tekken? Te lo pasé porque es que tampoco sé si es verdad, ¿eh? Una tormenta africana que puede subir a las Canarias. Aparte de eso, no sé si vieron el vídeo de cómo explotaría el... ¿De cojones? ¿Qué? ¡Oh! ¡Oh!
These open plan offices are all the rage now.
¡Qué guapo! Oye, se veía guapísimo.
If I'm wrong about what that is,
¿Qué
taking
está
it would be a big
pasando
mistake.
acá?
If I'm right, nice. A slideshow of creepy zombie guys.
Creepy zombie, guys. Algo me falta, ya me tranqué otra vez acá. Es que esta mujer no me quiere
How's the
decir
score
nada.
coming along?
The music's done. I'm just decorating it now. Go back and guard the ship like I told you.
Que vigile el barco, me dice. Que vigile el barco. Tengo que buscar la manera de que esta señora termine aquí con esto. Y si me voy del barco así vestido para otra parte, ¿qué me dirá la gente? Si es que me dejan salir de aquí con esto puesto, porque claro. El gato no se deja tocar. ¿Qué? ¿Qué ha pasado? Es Bob riéndose. ¿Bob se llamaba? Sí, es Bob riéndose los chistes. ¡Dios! ¡Me observan los seres de... O sea, ¿el cañón se fue a la verga?
Devil crabs like limbs, apparently.
Y esto va a servir para algo en algún momento, ¿no? No sé, ahora no sé. Voy a salir de aquí. No veo nada más. Isabel, no veo nada más, Isabel. Después de la lluvia virtual solo hacía falta una erupción volcánica. Tenemos que buscar un tentáculo, gente. Para cocinar. Oh. ¿Tienes un tentáculo en casa, Teque? ¡Ah, me transformé!
I'm not even a fan of live squid.
Calamar, ¿no? ¿No te vale el
I'm not even a
calamar?
fan of live squid.
Pero el calamar puede parecer un tentáculo. ¡Sí! ¿Tenemos un tentáculo? ¿Otro?
I'd rather leave the rest for
vale,
nature to
solo.
clean up.
Pues vamos para adentro otra vez, gente. Tenemos un tentáculo. Que ya lo tengo.
Twisting
Voy a cenar,
words and
gente, ahora
twisting
vengo.
words.
Manila. Ya dijo las palabras. Él solo. Hola, Camifede. ¿Qué pasa, Bonico? Bienvenido, buenas tardes. ¿Ya te lo pasaste? ¿A dónde iba a ir? Se me ha olvidado. A la cocina. Tentáculo.
Could you make tentacles with daisy sauce with this?
That's a nice one. Have it for you in a jiff. Bon appetit.
That's it?
Sometimes simple is best.
Sí, pues sí. Y ya tenemos el plato. Me falta esta mujer con
How's the score coming along?
The music's done. I'm just decorating it.
The music done. Nice singing. Bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Terry to the levee. Yes. Tengo que vigilar esto, pero yo ya no sé. A lo mejor tengo que liarla con los murciélagos, con los cangrejados. Tenemos dos cosas, pero me falta la música. Pim, piririm, pim. No sé qué hacer. Esa señora no me está dejando hacer nada, güey. Voy a ver si las chicas me dicen algo, porque los chicos de la Madison. Porque es que no tengo ni idea. Esta mujer no me quiere. No me quiere esta mujer, no me quiere. ardashe, no sé si te has fijado, pero... Averiguar el plato favorito... Te ha salido de puta madre. Sí. No necesitas el puñal de la flaire. No, eso ya lo hice, Cami, pero te voy a pedir un favor. ¿Qué tienes y qué te falta? Pues que no me ayudes. En este juego no, en los anteriores sí te dejaba porque ya me los había pasado y solo era recordarlos y volver a jugarlo, ¿vale? Pero este me gustaría pasármelo yo. Entonces, si me ayudas, pierde la gracia. Así que, chitoncito, déjame hacerlo a mí. Estoy intentando averiguarlo. Mira, una tarjetita. Let's go.
Hey, partner.
Hola. Tengo cosis.
We're ready on our end. Have you learned LeChuck's secrets
Me
yet?
falta uno.
I think I know LeChuck's catchphrase.
Well?
It occurs to me that if I tell you the secrets before we do whatever ritual thing it is you're planning, I lose all my leverage.
This is a relationship built on trust.
Then I guess you'll just have to
Claro.
trust me. I'll let you know when I have all the information, and then we'll do the ritual together.
Fine.
Just hurry up.
Ajá, así que esa es la idea.
We're ready on our
Guybrush
end.
Threepwood.
Have you learned LeChuck's secrets yet?
¡Mata zombie! ¿Cómo estás, Mónico? ¡Bienvenido!
I haven't found his theme song. I'm not sure he's even got one.
With an ego the size of LeChuck's? He's definitely commissioned something.
Sí, lo ha encargado, sí, pero la señora no me dice nada.
Can I really trust you?
Absolutely.
Eso no ha sonado convincente. No.
I'll, get
No
back
me
to it.
gustó
Be quick
esto.
about it.
¿Qué está pasando?
I
Botellas.
guess Lila used them all up when she made the disguise.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, mi, la, re, mi, sol,
Do.
do,
Se acaba en do.
do, do, do.
¡Da fuck! Madre que te
Bye,
parió,
partner.
Isabel. La madre que te parió. Cuanto más lo esperas, el susto peor es. Sí, porque pensaba que te lo va a dar antes, pero al final no, y luego sí, y luego no, y luego sí. No sé qué pasa aquí. Mira, un cosito aquí para mí esperándome.
It's some driftwood that washed up on the beach. I can relate.
Bitch, it's gonna get. It's gonna get. Me cachis en la marsala y en la flay por hoy. ¿A dónde fui? Algo está fallando acá. ¿Qué carga es?
Twisting words and twisting words.
Pam, 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 pam.
This is a bunch of empty containers of monkey blood and squid ink.
Cinta de calamar. Tirori.
Toasty. Top deck schedule. 1 bell, crew voting. 2 bells, LeChuck shouting. I think it's just a sculpture.
Llegó el momento de usarlo todo con ella. Señora, por favor, termine esto, que está usted poniéndome nervioso, güey. ¿Quiere unas galletas? No. ¿Quiere nada? Le doy un palazo. No.
How's the score coming along?
The music's done. I'm just decorating it now. Go back and guard the ship like I told you.
Hay que liarse la parda. El huevo, tío. A ver si me dice algo esta mujer. No.
Do you happen to know LeChuck?
I don't know.
No.
Well,
Right.
Ya me atasqué otra vez, Morgan. Cuanto más lo esperan, más... A ver, así es, sea malos. Ardashe fuera bromas, estoy pasando una crisis de ansiedad. Tus risas me ayudan. Buah, tío, y eso que mi risa no es... Tienes que ver tú la risa de la Tekken, Cubit. Pronto vamos a liarla, ¿eh? Hemos maquinado un plan, chicos. Antes del 27. Un plan, nos vamos a dar un poder. Nos vamos a dar un poder. Tienen que estar preparados. Se cuecen cosas, se vienen cosas. Esto es Halloween, en la ciudad que es mi hogar, el día de difuntos voy a
if I'm wrong
celebrar.
about what that is, kicking it would be a big mistake. If I'm right, it would be a bigger one.
¿Qué está pasando? ¿Qué está pasando? Por favor. Y si le doy el calamar, el tentáculo al pollo, el pollo. Pollo, dame un huevo. El huevo es la clave, gente. Oye, ¿la fregona quién se la llevó? Se llevaron la fregona, pelotudo.
More importantly, is the taste of after chicken the same as the after? I'll keep my distance. Mothers are more vicious
Ay,
defending
no
their young.
sé qué tengo que hacer ahora. Fuck. Fleur, por favor. Ya usé todos los objetos con ella. La otra no me dice nada.
These open plan offices are all the rage now.
Que vigile el barco, solo me dice. Fuck. Tengo que liarla, tengo que romper algo del barco. Y así es como es roulette en internet. El poder de Grayskull. Yo imagino ardashe. He-Man. El poder de la granja. Yo tengo el chocobo. ¿Tú tienes el chocobo? Vamos a, no sé, a tocar cosas.
I'd rather not, honestly.
¿No quieres probarlo?
I'd better not lose the disguise while I'm still on the ship.
¡Sí! ¡Que puede ser divertido! ¿Por qué no? ¿Y si lo hacemos estando fuera? Pero da igual, ¿no? Si es que esto es lo mismo. ¡Oh! A ver. ¿Qué? No, esto no es lo que yo quería.
My soul is black. My skin is orange.
Es
the
que
stench
claro.
is growing worse. I miss the me I used to be before the zombies' curse.
¿Y si
Twisting
me lo
worms
subí ahora?
and twisting words.
¡No! ¿Pero por qué te transformaste, pelotudo? A la cara bonita, si yo no te pedí que lo hicieras. Si le doy para arriba se me
My soul is black. My skin is orange.
Buah, yo también me quiero tomar uno para la muñeca. Me duele la muñeca derecha. No sé por qué. La tengo cansada. Demasiado trabajo en el ordenador. Voy a ir a hablar con esta así, a ver si me habla normal.
I'm back.
Yeah. When do you think you might see your editor friend?
Soon.
Okay.
Enjoy your evening.
Not likely.
Este señor se piensa que ha hablado ya con 3 personas diferentes, tío. Señor. Se está intentando coger el pie. Es posible, ¿no? Tiene el pie por el otro lado colgando. Mira, mira. Hay que pegar. Es que claro. Pobre señor. Me he trancado. No sé si mirar el libro o pedir pista.
Fortunately, there's a much more straightforward way to get in there.
A ver, Tekken, ¿tienes alguna idea tú? Tengo que ir tomar los analgésicos. Ardashe, la muñeca derecha, a lo mejor es por el trabajo con el ratón. Claro, sí, sí, sí. Muchas horas ahí. Cliqui, 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 cliqui. Sí, la derecha, sí. A mí también me duele la muñeca derecha si estoy mucho tiempo en el PC. Sí. Estamos mayores, Morgan, ¿te das cuenta? Que de jóvenes pasábamos horas aquí y eso no nos pasaba. Pero es que la edad no perdona. Yo no me desatasqué hasta hace poco, literalmente. ¿Cómo que hasta hace poco? ¿Me estás diciendo que te voy a alcanzar? ¿No has jugado más? ¿Cómo que no te desatascaste hasta hace poco? Estabas atascado aquí, en el mismo punto. ¿Y hace un ratito te desatascaste? No jodas. Pero tú no miraste el libro de pistas, ¿tampoco lo quieres mirar? ¿No lo quieres mirar? El libro de pistas, que estabas ahí una hora ahí trancado. No. Yo estoy perdida, dice. Hace nada descubrí cómo era. Sí, pero... ¿hace nada qué significa? ¿Que llevabas rato ahí igual o...? Hostias, ¿lo descubrió?
So they've sealed it shut. Twisting words and twisting words.
A veces mover la mano en círculos ayuda siempre que no esté rota, claro. Así. No lo sé. El analgésico también, evidentemente. No puedo hacer círculos, realmente. O sea, puedo hacer esto, pero tampoco puedo hacer círculos perfectos.
This is a bunch of empty containers of monkey blood and squid ink.
I don't know why. No. Ni. I don't know why. Es que lo he hecho todo y ya no sé qué hacer. He tocado la campana. He tocado la campana 2 veces. Como... no sé. He intentado lanzarle cosas al gato. Cortarle el culo al gato, pero no le puedo cortar nada al gato. He intentado hacer escapar a estos cangrejos para que se líe parda, pero tampoco puedo cortar nada aquí ni hacer nada aquí. He subido arriba. Despertamos al de arriba. Le he intentado pegar con cosas al de arriba para despertarlo, pero tampoco.
I wouldn't want to wake him up.
No lo quiere despertar, no lo quiere despertar. Si no lo quiere despertar, no podemos hacer nada. Ese señor está durmiendo ahí. Ahora, a veces mover la mano... A ver. Piensa. ¿De qué me está pensando, chicos? No sé. Intentamos pegar a Bob. Yo soluciono las cosas pegando, porque es que no se me ocurre otra. Por favor, dale el libro de Calp a Bob.
Hey, Bob, I've got a great book for you. It's LeChuck's personal diary.
Yikes. I wouldn't want to be caught with that. And you shouldn't either.
Hey, Bob, I've got a great book for you. It's my poetry.
Thanks. I've got a book already.
No le va, no quiere ningún libro. ¡Ay, no! Mira, coño, me tienen de pistas. Quería dárselo. ¿Este? ¿Quieres algo, Bob? No quiere nada.
This was a good idea. They magnify stuff even better since I stuck them together. I guess it's a good sign if they're not trying to leave. I'd better not lose the disguise while I'm still on the ship.
No sé.
Can I give you a hand washing these?
What is every?
Remind me what you told me about the.
It's very very.
Está muy vacío.
Well, I've got work to do.
Right.
It's kind of soothing in a weird way.
No sé qué hacer. A lo mejor me falta algo fuera del barco que tengo que usar aquí, que no haya cogido todavía.
They boarded it shut.
Destapia esto, pelotudo.
I'd better not lose the disguise while I'm still on the ship.
Dios, lo he usado todo ya, tío. Va a ser otra guarrada de estas que no he usado el objeto concreto o algo, tío. Ay. Joder, tío. Algo
Devil
no he
crabs
visto.
like limbs, apparently.
Algo no he visto. ¡Ay, señora! La canción. Voy del barco porque es que ni pa' joder la idea. Madera nada más. No puedo cortar un tronco de madera. En la jungla vas a esperar hasta un 5 o un 8 sacar. Lo malo de estos juegos es que empiezas a pensar en cada bicho, cada objeto es algo combinable, casi es algo hipnótico. Ya, luego sueñas, luego te vas a dormir, Cubit, y estás pensando en cómo solucionar un puzzle.
I wonder who that is. They must be so in love.
No, Guybrush, no sabes.
Wait a minute. That stands for LeChuck and Elaine.
¿En serio?
Ow! Ow! LeChuck must have carved that years. Ow! Ow! Ow!
Me acaban de dar un logro. Sin resentimientos.
Ow!
Por patear el árbol.
Ow!
O sea, hola.
Ow! 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 Ow!
¿Qué cosas tiene este juego? What? Esto no probé a hacerlo yo. Morca. No sé por qué, pero me lo... ¿Una piedra en el suelo? Ah, no, que es una tarjeta. Lol. Es que yo me he trabado y demasiado. Y cuando te trabas demasiado ya tocas cosas que no esperas tocar ya, Morcan. Y entonces te pasa esto.
It's a big stone monkey part.
Estas cosas pasan.
Well, I would have carved a pulley in the middle.
In the middle, in the middle, in the middle, in the middle.
In hindsight, this...
In the middle, 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 in the middle.
That is gazeworthy. That is gazeworthy.
Voy a ver si puedo coger algo aquí en mi barco. Unas piedras. ¿Pero de qué va a servir
The
esto?
rocks around here are treacherous.
De
I
nada.
have to be careful not to stub my toe.
Roca afilada y
And the
feroz.
age-old battle of rock versus hull
Esa
only
roca
ever
la
ends
tiré
one
yo
way.
en el Monkey
I'd
1.
love to get the old girl running again.
Supuesto
It'd be
que
a
sí.
great summer project.
No
I'd
entiendo.
love to get the old girl running again. It'd be a great summer project.
Yo no veo aquí. ¿Dónde está metido LeChuck? Me cachis en la mar. Porque me da la impresión de que el mono, la cabeza de mono, tiene peluca. Está raro. Tiene flequillo y todo. ¡Ay! Jesús.
Hey, partner. We're ready on our end.
No.
I'll,
Be quick about it.
Ay, me meten prisa y todo.
I guess Lila used them all up when she made the disguise. How is it that you're not flat anymore?
What the? How did you know about that? Who've you been talking to?
Te lo he visto.
I've got my eye on you, Threepwood, so to speak.
You make a lovely sound when struck with a bone.
Don't try to justify your abuse, you callous clod. Your day is coming.
You make a lovely sound when struck with a bone.
Don't try to justify your abuse, you callous... Be so.
Help. No.
Bye,
Bye.
partner.
¿Partner? El Morca, lo de las narices, ¿no? Que estaban delante del mono. Ya no.
It's faded over the years, but it still says private.
Ardashe me pasa igual, me parece que tuviera una peluca, una pelucha en el mapa. No, que es que no puede ser que no sé qué tengo que hacer.
Twisting words and twisting words.
¿Pero qué quiere esa mujer? Ah, tengo que liarla o algo para que... Tengo que liarla para que se vea.
Hi.
Gad lost mullet. As far as I'm concerned, I have no brother.
Hi.
Gad lost
No
mullet.
me deja decirle nada. Nada, que no hay manera. He usado todos los objetos con todas las personas. Hasta con el gato he usado todos los objetos. Con esto también he intentado abrirlo. De verdad que no puede
I
ser.
better not lose the disguise while I'm still on the ship.
No puede ser, no puede ser. Le hemos dado de comer al pollo mierdi. Tampoco ha servido. He intentado soltar a los cangrejos, no hemos podido. Hemos tocado la campana 2 veces, no sirvió de nada. Como no la vuelva a tocar. La cocina lo mismo. Es que no hay manera. No hay manera. Es que lo hemos hecho todo. Voy a repetir de nuevo todo lo que he hecho por si acaso. Empezando por aquí. A lo mejor...
Captain LeChuck isn't on board. We get a reprieve from yelling.
Pues voy a volver a votar.
One bell. Voting hour.
What's going on? I don't like being interrupted.
I don't know.
Someone
Dicen
rang
lo
the
mismo
bell.
de antes.
Okay, so we're voting. What's the issue?
I don't know. Bob?
Well, I don't know. Flair?
Don't look at me. I didn't ring the stupid bell.
Well, I didn't ring it.
Well, don't look at me.
me
I
puedo
can't reach
mover.
the thing from here.
Haven't we already done enough voting for one
que me
day?
puedo
Well, the
mover.
bell rang. What do you want to do?
Should we wait?
Well, I'm not waiting around any longer. I've got work to do.
Waste of time.
No me deja
Hope my
moverme.
suit didn't burn.
What? No me dejaba moverme. ¿Qué pasó?
One bell. Voting hour.
Que me... Espérate que me dejaba mover. Que me
What's
deja-
going on? I don't
Me
like being interrupted.
I don't know.
Someone rang the
Que
bell.
me dejaba moverme, tú. Espérate. Para. Pausa. Estelone, muchísimas gracias por esa raid. Bienvenidos a todos. Esa Estelone, que estaba el Heroes of Stone. Pero bueno. Bienvenidos a todos. Hola, Xavi. La grandísima Estelone, maravillosa. Oye, Estelone, ¿qué tal? ¿El tema del roleplay no le vas a dar? ¿De nuevo? ¿Cómo está el percal, el manantial? ¿Cómo está la zona? ¿Qué tal? ¿Ha cambiado algo? La maldita canción, qué pegadiza es. Se ha dejado la nota
If
aquí,
the theme
hija de
music flair was
perra, no
a
te
jaunty little
creo.
tune like this would be great at parties.
Coger, examinar partitura. Do, do, mi, sol, fa, fa, re. Vaya, genial, lo tenemos, ahora sí. Me cachis
Well,
en la
I'm not
mar.
waiting around any longer.
Waste of time. Hope
Claro,
my
es que me
suit
podía
didn't burn.
mover, Morkan. Yo pensaba que no me podía mover. Es que siempre me pasa lo mismo. Jo. Ahora me pasó como a ti, que al principio pensaba que me podía mover cuando pasaba lo de que no me podía mover, ¿no? Es que, tío, joder. Es que, claro, en este juego no diferencias cuando es una cinemática de cuando no. Y te quedas un poco ahí como en stand-by. Hasta que no te da por pensar eso. Cachis en la mar. Ya lo tengo todo.
Hey,
Just start the
partner.
music. Bueno, a ver.
We're ready on our end. Have you learned LeChuck's secrets yet?
Yes. Sé todos los secretos.
I know all of LeChuck's secrets. Let's do this thing.
Okay, let's get started. The first
Encima,
step
yo
is to play
tampoco
LeChuck's
pensé
theme
que soltaría el
music.
papel,
You're
pero
the
luego
one
me
who
fijé que
knows
no lo
how it
tenía.
goes,
Digo, a lo
so
mejor lo
you're
tenía
in
en el
charge.
bolsillo o
Your
algo.
instrument is over there.
Digo, voy a ir a ver cómo me
Watch
puedo
who
mover.
you're calling an instrument.
¿Sabes por qué supe que a lo mejor tenía que ir para abajo? Porque cuando fui a ir por la campana y fui a llegar a la campana, me dejaron quieto y no me pude mover para ir a por la campana. Y ahí dije, coño, pues igual si bajo abajo en este momento. Y ya. Y pues eso. Anielcito, ¿cómo está? Bienvenido. Desde que me di cuenta de que podía mover, pues probé a mirar. Es que claro. ¿Le tocamos primero la esta? Do, mi, sol, fa, fa, re.
Do, do, mi, sol, fa, fa, re, yo, ho, 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 ho.
That's promising. Next step. Madison, let's have the map. Quis nostra fugiat, nulla tempor. Labores nisi ex comedo consequat. Quick, say LeChuck's catchphrase.
Plunder the 7 cutlasses.
Quis autem vel veleptate velit. Now, eat LeChuck's favorite food.
Do I have to?
Yes.
Oof. Okay.
Look, there are lines on it.
It's working.
¡El volcán! ¡El Teide!
Wow, this dark magic stuff gets kind of intense. Anybody see where the map got to?
Not your concern.
Thanks for your help. Time to go.
Wait.
Any last words before we drop you off the cliff and retrieve the secret for ourselves?
Let's take a vote on kicking me off the cliff.
Aye.
Aye.
Nay.
You've been voted off the island.
Oh.
Me acaba de hacer un... Esto es Esparta.
And now good riddance to Murray, the annoying demonic skull.
Wait, I have a family.
Good. Trent, let's have a look at the map again.
Odd. It was just in my pocket.
Oh,
Never
vaya.
mind. I remember what was on it. Let's go get the secret.
Se lo quité.
It came from over here somewhere. What the? Threepwood? So, you survived walking the plank only to stumble off a cliff. I always knew you were a buffoon, but this really takes the prize. Speaking of taking the prize, as you lie here, slowly dying, feel free to torment yourself with the knowledge that I will shortly have the secret. And then the fairy lane as well. I didn't quite catch that, but no matter. Your last words will be forgotten, along with you. Soon, not even the stench of your passing will remain, as the world moves impeccably onward.
Captain LeChuck, it's Captain Madison, sir. She and the others have just set sail. They're leaving the island.
Leaving? They must know where the secret is. If we hurry, we can catch them at sea and persuade them to share.
Se van a perseguirlos.
Oh, this hurts. Oh, I think it hurts more than that time with the cannon and the tent pole.
Hello? Is someone here? Guybrush!
¿Qué haces tú aquí?
Are you okay?
Con los escorbutos.
It only hurts when I breathe.
Still, best to keep that up, I think.
If I have to. What are you doing here? Did you come to rescue me? How did you even get to Monkey Island? I guess you made the potion?
You used a potion to get here. It's so cute. But let's not get sidetracked. You've fallen off a cliff.
Ella siempre hace todo con su plan y es una máquina. Guybrush, ¿por qué no buscas la ayuda de esta mujer? Es que de verdad, esa nariz colorada parece que está resfriado el pobre.
This whole voyage has been a disaster. Nothing but humiliation, physical danger, and humiliating physical danger. I keep losing sword fights. I got thrown off a ship and thrown off a cliff on the same day. I got caught in a snare trap meant for LeChuck. My own fault. I had a map. There was an X and a shovel.
You didn't find that suspicious?
Might as well just lie here and starve to death.
I've got a better idea. Come back with me to Scurvy Island. I'll take a break from the Scurvy project to nurse you back to health.
If you want.
Well, don't act too excited now.
What difference does it make?
Well, it makes a difference to me, if nothing else. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, why not? I'll never get the secret now that the map is gone.
What do you say, Ralph?
Hello?
Ya se arregló.
Hey, is that the map to the secret?
Vio el mapa y se arregló.
Head put me in his pocket with it. I grabbed it for leverage.
Qué tonto.
Holy cow! The secret is at the voodoo shop on Melee Island. Change of plan, Elaine. We're going back to Melee.
We are? Well, what about all the things you just said?
¿Perdona?
I must have hit my head. Where's your ship?
It's actually your ship. Your old ship. I mean, the Sea Monkey
El
is
mono de
wrecked on
mar.
the beach just east of here.
Sí,
I know,
ya, pero...
I saw it.
¿Está
I
roto?
got dropped off here so I could fix it up as a surprise for your birthday.
What a great present. You always amaze me. I had no idea you knew ship repair.
I don't know any more than you do, but I brought a manual. Why don't we fix it together?
Oh...
Dibs on the good hammer.
Race you to the ship!
¡Qué guay!
Advanced ship repair for the dummy klutz. It's like it was written just for me. Come on, Murray. You got our work cut out for us.
I don't relish the idea of being with you, but I guess it beats spending the next 100 years on this stump. Maybe.
Muy
Wait,
emocionante.
not the pocket.
Not the bucket. ¡Ah! Sí. No sé si ir por aquí o por aquí. Mira, Lane está ahí. Buenas noches,
Slowpoke.
Sandro.
You had a head start.
Jaja.
Should we get started?
Ready when you are.
Yo digo ya. Empecemos.
Advanced ship repair for the dummy klutz. It's like it was written just for me. It says the secret is at the voodoo shop on Melee Island.
Estoy en shock, de verdad. Es que sigo en shock. Esto tiene que ser una broma. Es que
How's it going in there, Murray?
I don't know what you're planning now, but I'm going to see
Ardas.
you burn for it.
Ardas. Ardas.
The rocks around here are treacherous. People repair ships all the time. How hard could it be? People repair ships all the time. How hard could it be? People repair ships all the time. How hard could it be?
¿Y qué quieres que haga? Ajá, con el libro. A ver. ¿Difícil? Insert Guybrush rebuild ship montage.
Well, we did what we could with the materials at hand.
Ah, I love it. It oozes nostalgia.
Among other things. You steer, I'll bail.
Pam, pararam, pam, pam, pam. Parte 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 y 5 llaves. ¡Oh! ¡Las 5 llaves doradas! ¡La caja que está en la tienda! Spoiler.
I would expect Madison or LeChuck's ship to be here by now.
Oh my goodness, look at the damage. I've got to go and talk to Carla about organizing earthquake relief.
You're not
Vale,
going to the voodoo
yo
shop?
no fui,
Of course I want to, but this is a crisis. There'll be other damage. I have to help. Well, I'll want to hear all about it later.
No es mi culpa
Right.
que esto haya ocurrido,
See you soon.
Yo calenté un poco la chimenea, pero nada que ver,
Did you feel the earthquake?
I was too busy running for my life.
You saved the cookbook.
Yes,
¡Lo
I
salvó!
saved the cookbook. The ceiling was collapsing. The building was
Ay,
on
no
fire.
sabes cuánto
people
me
running
alegro de que lo
everywhere.
hayas salvado.
And I saved the cook.
Cool.
You're welcome.
Are you done with the cookbook? I'd like it back.
No, you can't take it. With
Pero
my
¿cómo que
bar
no?
gone and no hope to repair it, this is all I have
¡Pero es
left.
mío! Madre que lo parió.
It's only slightly singed. Carla might not even notice. It's only slightly singed. Carla, are you done with the cookbook?
No, you can't. With my bar gone.
I hear, Patty. You could think of this as a head start on rent.
Insurance would.
Tener seguro habría ayudado.
How come you're still here? The bar is half collapsed and slightly on.
Not done with my drink.
No me acaba la bebida, dice. Qué bueno. Mira, tienes un pienso de pollo de... Me lo llevé de allí. Mientras tanto, rumbo hacia la isla Melee. Dios, que vamos a ir a la isla Melee y todo. ¡Oh! ¡Ay, mi madre! Mira que yo... ¡Fua!
The secret will be ours.
I've been searching for the secret since before you were born.
That's exactly my point. Finding the secret is a young pirate's game.
Nos están dando.
Some experience and me relentless drive will ensure the secret be mine.
Only if you don't have a heart attack first. Ha! Last chance to give it up. Then we obliterate you.
Get off my ocean!
Conozco a gente así. Carla también se alegrará. Te pide que inserte los disquetes para avanzar. Ah, ok.
I'm impressed
Son
by
de
your
fogueo.
crosswind ramming technique. I'll have to add that to my book.
My crew
Ya
is
se vieron,
quite
por fin.
skilled when given the right motivation.
I am still worried about Threepwood. He shows up in the most unexpected ways.
We don't have to worry about Threepwood anymore. I left him broken and near death at the bottom of a cliff. His eye was pussing up, and bone was protruding from his leg. Animals have probably already scattered his limbs from one end of the island to the other.
So it's agreed. We stop fighting each other and we join forces to find the secret.
Agreed. No funny stuff. We split the secret. Teammates.
Ya. Piratas. ¿Qué pasó?
Someone defaced Elaine's scurvy flyer.
¿Qué malajes?
Am I too late? Was LeChuck here? Did Madison come? Did they get it?
No, ya
Where's the
liquidó
secret?
todo. Ya se marchó la voodoo. ¿No? Ah, no, ya está.
You've had it all this time.
I possess little and much. To what are
Esta
you
mujer ya se muda
referring?
ya.
Don't
Hola,
play
Santa
dumb
Draco.
with me, Karina. I have the map. The secret of Monkey Island is here.
What is it you wish to know?
Can't you read my mind?
No need. I can read your face well enough. The secret is where you suspect it is. Inside the large safe near the front door.
Where are the keys to the safe? I'd like to get it open as soon as possible.
I am prevented from helping you with the keys. But there is one close by who knows much.
How do I find him?
Her. And she will find you.
How do you know that?
She is outside the shop.
Why did you take the secret? Doesn't it belong on Monkey Island?
I have taken nothing. The safe came to me as you see it and belongs to someone else. I accepted a fee and cast a spell upon it to prevent it being moved.
A que va a ser de Elaine la caja. Que la trajo ella. Verás.
Who owns the safe?
Alas, there are forces which prevent me from revealing the true owner. A contract signed in blood with gruesome punishments for disclosure.
Some kind of a voodoo thing?
No.
How could you keep this a secret from me? You knew I was looking for it.
It is not a secret from you, Guybrush Threepwood. It is a secret. Full stop. I am bound by an agreement.
Have LeChuck or Captain Madison been here?
No.
That's weird. They were way ahead of me.
Sometimes it's better to have two enemies than one. But you should not waste time.
I might have more questions for you later.
I might have answers, but I make no
El abuelo del
promises.
Capitán Marley. Ah, también. Cuando puedas, esta es la escena de los disquetes. Son apenas 34 segundos. A ver. There's a hole at the base of the stumps. It's a tunnel that's open into the system of catacombs. I think I can squeeze it through. Ah. Por eso en el... Ah. Insert discos. Oh, well, I guess can't go there. Por eso, ¿en dónde era? En el 3, ¿no? En el 3 no había un sitio que había un hueco, un agujero, que salías afuera a Morkan y aparecías aquí, en ese tocó, de hecho. Que decía, no puedo... En donde la fantasma que se tenía que casar con... En las catacumbas, sí. Y aparecías aquí, es verdad. De la sopabuena, exacto. Ah, mira. Resta. Insisto.
I hate to leave it here, but I can't take the... Ah!
Elaine.
You found
La
the
vieja.
secret. You are a spark among fallen leaves.
Es que la vieja.
Did everybody already know about this but me?
Not at all. Precious few have the smarts and the patience to decipher the clues and find the secret. I am Whiteling Bones. Whitey. Like you, the hunt for the secret consumes me. Like you, I know where the secret lies, but lack the means to open the safe.
Esta señora está
You
un poco
must
como
have
Gollum,
many
¿no?
questions.
Está un poco como Gollum, con la obsesión con las llaves y con todo. Está consumida, mírala. Ya ha vuelto, babes. La vieja murmurada de las llaves todo el rato. Por eso está como en plan Gollum, ¿sabes?
How do I open the safe?
5 locks, 5 keys. Golden keys. Hidden long ago.
What do the golden keys look like?
They're gold. It's just paint, but they look nice.
Queda bonito.
Where can I find the golden keys?
Most are found already. Got one myself. Old Mrs. Smith had one before she died, and Bella Fisher, too. Also, I heard one was found on Bermuda.
That's only 4.
One more was supposed to be hidden on Terror Island. That one has never been found.
Hang on, I'm writing all this down on my to-do list. This doesn't sound so hard.
A lot of people don't come back from Terror Island. Also, Bella Fisher sank out at sea and nobody knows where. Took her key with her.
Oh.
¿Qué dices? ¿Qué dices? ¿Qué dices?
Can I borrow the key you have, just to try it out?
Not so fast, bright boy. Whitey Bones is not such an easy mark. You prove yourself. Get some skin in the game. Find me when you've got more keys than I do, and maybe I talk partnership.
Qué lista eres.
How come I never heard about any of this before? I'm kind of a secret at Monkey Island buff. You'd think I'd know about it.
The clues were buried deep and clever. Only a few ever puzzled them out, and we keep ourselves to ourselves.
Why is the secret in the safe instead of on Monkey Island? Do you know?
Secret's always been in the safe.
Uh-huh. This all seems needlessly complicated.
Life is like that sometimes. Best just enjoy the ride.
You seem more lucid than when you were hanging out of the window on High Street.
We all got our good days and our bad ones. If you don't know already, then you'll see.
Could you repeat what you said about who has all the keys?
Old Mrs. Smith had one. She lived here on Melee before she died. And Bella Fisher had one before she went down with her ship on the high seas. Someone in Bermuda must have one. And the last one.
Thanks. See you around.
Vale, pues ya está.
There is the key.
Venga, Cuy.
Wow! A curse? Really?
No. I mean, yes, she did say that, but she was just being dramatic. Whitey likes to make a big exit. Well, one thing's for sure. I don't know how to get to either of those islands she mentioned. I'd better get a good sea map right away.
Otro mapa. Una maldición.
Hey, Wally. Have you got a sea map of the local area? Can you jot down the locations of Terror Island and Bermuda?
No problem. I'll also add a few extras. The ship tracking feature is going to blow your mind. It's a little trick I know. You need to be able to go the extra mile if you want to make it in the big time, like me.
Huh. Ya está,
Be careful. The last part and Bermuda can chill you to the bone. Not many pirates want to head up there. Oh, and when you get to Scurvy Island, say hi to
Thanks, Wally. And sorry about blowing you up that one time.
No le pagamos.
Do I owe you anything at the moment?
Ah, yes. I'm doing so well right now that sometimes I forget to collect payment on small orders like yours.
This should cover it.
Thanks.
Me iba a ir sin pagar, ¿qué es esto? Me encanta el esto lila. ¿Qué mapa me ha dado?
I'll wait until I'm back on my ship to open it.
Cuando vuelva al barco, dice. Vale. ¡Es una pescadería!
Welcome to the Cod's Wallop.
Thanks.
We feature the freshest fish on the block, and the freshest company as well.
Whether you're here to buy or just pass the time, we don't mind. Though, of course, we do prefer it if you make a purchase.
Didn't you guys used to be the pirate leaders? It's me, Guybrush Threepwood.
Ah, I thought when we spotted him scoping
los
around
jefes
town that he
piratas.
looked passing familiar.
No.
The shop seems nice.
If by nice you mean a glorious cathedral to the fine art of fishing, then I quite agree.
Have a look around, why don't you?
Dice Morgan, ya decía yo que no me sonaba que hubiera una pescadería. ¿Pero a qué te refieres? La tarjeta de Trivial hizo el spoiler. ¡Ah! Vale, ya. Vale. Hola, ardashe, viene para despedirme. Me han invitado a cenar. ¡Qué guay! Rufto, que aproveche. Disfruta mucho. Escúchame. Cuidadito, ¿eh? No te contagies. Nos vemos. Que aproveche que luego. Yo, hay fleje de cosas, loco. ¿Por dónde empiezo? Un fletán.
That's an interesting mounting method.
Caught that one trying to escape.
Uh-huh.
What's that flag with all the holes in it?
Quite proud of that. We caught it up in a fishing net one day. 'Tis one of the signature flags of Bella Fisher herself.
Bella Fisher? That was Bella Fisher's flag?
That's what I said, yes.
Is the flag for sale?
Bite your tongue. That's property of the chums.
For the who?
No one.
It's too late. The bait's out of the bag. We might as well tell him. The Chums is by way of being a semi-secret society of anglers.
Mostly we tell stories.
Aye, stories about fish.
¿Puedo unirme a los peces gordos?
Can I join the chums?
Well...
Please?
Have you got any good fish stories?
Yeah. One time, I was swallowed by a manatee.
No one knows what a manatee is. Trust me, make it a whale. It'll be better.
Okay.
Take this fishing lure. Other chums will have these too. On their
señuelo de
nose
pesca.
or displayed somewhere. Go out and find them. Show them your lure and tell them your story. They'll give you advice. Learn all you can. Then come back here and tell us your story again.
You could start with that young pirate that hangs around at the scum bar.
Don't tell him where to start. He's supposed to look for the lures.
El señuelo de pesca que siempre quise en el tren. ¿El 3 fue? No. No me acuerdo, o sea, yo siempre quería ese señuelo, ¿te acuerdas? Estaba emperretada en conseguirlo. Que uno lo tenía colgando en el bar Spoon y el otro lo vendían en la tienda, o sea, ¿dónde es eso? Ah, es en este juego. Eso ha pasado aquí. ¿Por qué me parece que fue hace mucho? ¡Socorro!
How much for the goldfish?
Sushi's a pet. She's not for
Estoy
sale
mezclando
at any
juegos
price.
ya.
It's a copy of At the End of the Plank.
Oh, aye, a gift from a good friend. I haven't actually read it myself yet.
Chocheo, fuerte.
What are these blobby guys?
Toadfish. Surprisingly, no relation to actual toads.
No saben qué juego está.
Can Chum members use the flag for events and things like that?
The most respected members can. Once you show us you can tell an excellent story, we'll consider loaning you the flag.
He's a handsome devil.
First fish I ever caught. Couldn't bear to eat.
Señor, me la jurga,
What are these pointy ones?
Slimehead.
No.
Nice crab.
Fought him for a
Qué pereza
Nice
me va.
shark.
Don't let us.
Qué pereza me está
They
dando.
have hagfish, toadfish, slimehead, bloater,
Estos hinchados.
and lumpsucker. Are these eels?
Hagfish.
These are tremendous. What are they?
We don't actually know.
No lo sabemos.
Found them at the bottom of the shipment.
Well, they look great, but I don't have a wheelbarrow. What are these little yellow guys?
They're lump suckers. Easy to eat and great for sucking out cysts and boils.
Are the blowfish for sale?
No, indeed. These are for personal use. They're excellent for burping contests. Care to join us?
Don't mind if I do.
Winner gets to keep the blowfish.
A tirar eructos.
Aye, well done. I hereby declare this a draw.
I'd like to buy some fish.
Talk to the grizzly gentleman at the counter about that, please.
Yeah, it's my shift.
What can you tell me about Bella Fisher?
Bella Fisher. Aye, she could spin a yarn from Port Royal.
And a consummate angler she was.
What?
Good at fishing.
She had a secret fishing spot, she did. More bounteous than the whole rest of the sea together.
She probably rests there now, being as she did disappear on a fishing trip.
No one knows the location, though 'tis rumored that she left clues as to its whereabouts.
Vaya.
Did Bella Fisher ever show you a big fancy key?
No, I don't think so.
Not to my memory.
Just thought I'd check. Remind me how I'm supposed to find other chums.
They'll have fishing lures just like yours.
Possibly worn on their clothing.
Or otherwise nearby.
And then ye show them your own lure.
Ya he visto dos.
Got it. Hey, how about a burping contest?
Otra vez.
Oh, wait. Winner keep.
No. El pez globo es venenoso. A saber. ¿Por dónde está soplando Guybrush al pescado que le estoy viendo la cara? Espera, ¿qué? No me había fijado en ese detalle, la verdad.
Aye, well done.
Yo pensaba que lo estaban haciendo por la boca. No me había fijado que era por...
Did you guys feel the earthquake?
That we did. At
Los
first,
soniditos
I
de la
thought it were just
pescadería
my stomach
son...
complaining about me breakfast.
Son dignos de
Aye,
toque.
we all thought that.
I think I'll browse today's catch.
You'll find none that...
I'm hunting
The secret, what's up?
I know.
They say the pirate what holds the...
In the old days, we might have...
But we've got new...
I think I'll browse.
You'll find...
I'd like to buy some fish.
That's in... Today we've got hagfish, toadfish, slimehead, bloater, and lumpsucker. What'll it be?
Slimehead.
Here's a box full. Should be plenty. You want me to run a tab for you?
Sure. Thanks.
Acabo de comprar peces reloj. Ah, puedo cambiar mis pescados por otros. Ah, o sea que tengo que comprar unos concretos. Iba a contar una anécdota, pero mejor me callo. De ¿pesito negro? ¿Antro?
I think I'll browse today's catch.
You'll find none better.
Ah, estos son los peces reloj. Los peces reloj parecen pirañas. No tocar los peces reloj. Este es un pez bruja, que es como un gusanillo, ¿no?
Ew, they're slimy, all right. And not just the heads.
No dan la hora. Vale. Tenemos mucho que hacer aquí, por lo que veo.
Welcome back.
Hiya.
Hiya.
Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings, fellow chum. Have you a story to share?
One time.
Mi barco fue engullido por un manatí, un mono de más grande. Por una ballena, nuestro barco fue atacado por un enorme kraken. Nos encontramos una sirena varada en una roca.
My ship was swallowed by a whale.
But then what? A key point of every fish story is a dramatic ending. Did you land the fish? Did it get away? Does someone get married or killed or both? People want to know how things turn out.
Oh, that makes sense.
Want to give it a try?
Okay, one time. My ship was swallowed by a whale.
Y luego escapamos a través del sistema digestivo con barco y todo. Y luego Morgan me dejó inconsciente y me vendió a mis enemigos. Clavamos un anzuelo en las fauces de la ballena y pescamos... ¡La pescamos por dentro! La criatura huyó, por supuesto. Tuvimos que apagar el fuego. ¿Qué? Ayudé a que escapara al anochecer. Aún escribimos de vez en cuando. Nos escribimos de vez en cuando.
We stuck a hook in the beastie's mouth and caught it from the inside.
I think you've got a lock on it.
¿Qué llave?
I can tell it's early in your training. Find some other members of the chums, and they'll help you hone your skills.
Okay. What's that lock?
It's meant for bachelors to secure their... And please, don't touch...
Don't touch my tra-la-la. My din-din-don. Pam, pararam, pa. ¿Acaban de lanzar un pez? He visto por... Ay, Dios. ¿Están lanzando peces a la pared? Cosas que pasan. ¿Estoy bien? ¿Qué?
Doing fine.
¿Por qué no me había fijado yo en esto? Sigo en activo.
Still in business. Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings, fellow chum. Have you a story to share?
One time. My ship was swallowed by a whale. And then we escaped. Through the digestive system. Ship and all.
You know, what your story needs is a part to set the stage, to let us know what's going on and who the people are. It should come at the beginning, like a
beginning?
Like a beginning, exactly. Like, I was on the deck of a burning Spanish galleon with Horseface and Ichijo. And then all of a sudden...
Cara, caballo, Pepe Picores.
Want to give it a try?
Okay.
Ay, el señor ese que no para de llorar, ¿qué le pasa? Estaba en un parque hablando con mi hijo. Me encanta.
It was my first trip to Monkey Island. The crew were restless. And then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a whale. We stuck a hook in the beastie's mouth and caught it from the inside.
Yeah, that's the way. Your story's not bad, but it's missing a few things. Find some other chums to help you fill in the gaps.
I'll do that.
Pausa. Parece que se fuerza a llorar. Pausa,
What are you
gente.
drinking?
Soda with a twist of avocado. It might be a little fizzy for your grog palate.
Oh, sounds exotic.
It's time to pausa, chicos. Enseguida volvemos. Oh, Dios, qué tortura de señor. Ahora volvemos, chicos. De acuerdo. Hemos vuelto. Ah, Murray, vamos a hablar con él.
Watch the ship for me. Bite anyone who tries to steal it.
You're fine. There aren't any scrap lumber dealers on Melee.
Vale, voy a revisar todo un poquito mejor en la isla antes de zarpar a ningún lado. ¡Ah! ¡Se fue el colega! ¿Dónde está?
I could stare at this forever, but that wouldn't be much fun for you.
Ya no está aquí el señor.
Hi there, little guy.
Todavía me sigue faltando el
Stan's
cepillo de
building
dientes.
collapsed. This place looks like an earthquake.
Ah, con el terremoto se... Mira, ya tenemos el cepillo entonces. ¡Lol!
There's a torn picture in here. This half shows Stan himself.
¿Un retrato de Stan?
I think they've captured Stan quite well, actually. They did a nice job with the coat. It's old and the bristles are frayed, but it does resemble a toothbrush.
Horrible. Vale. Mira. Vamos al museo. A ver qué pasó ahí. A no se rompió algo. Hola. What? Han puesto algo nuevo.
Tell me about this flag.
Oh, it's a super valuable artifact I recently acquired. One of Bella Fisher's original pirate flags.
No!
One of only 3 known to exist.
¡Ahora tiene otro pollo!
2 parrots. Security's been beefed up. Or, I should say, parroted up.
Venga, hasta luego. No te creo. Uy, ¿a dónde fui? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Dónde cliqué? Lol. Quería ir a hablar con Stan. Se ve que cliqué rápidamente en el barco o algo. Hasta luego, me fui.
Hey, Guybrush!
Ah, qué desastre.
It's
¿Qué ha
been
pasado
reduced to
aquí?
rubble.
Madre mía. ¿Perdona? ¿Qué haces aquí otra vez? ¿Y Stan?
Otis. What are we gonna do with you?
I didn't do anything this time. I was framed.
Where's Stan? Did they let him go?
No, Stan got sentenced to hard time. Did you know he was representing himself?
I've heard that's unwise.
They took him to the ice quarry on Bermuda.
En Bermuda está ahí el Stan.
What did you do to get arrested this time?
Nothing! I was just standing there minding my own business, applying for earthquake relief. Did you know you're only allowed to do that once?
There is no justice.
¿Esto?
Are you worried the rest of the building will cave in?
Yes. You think you could spring me again?
Ugh, I doubt it. It looks like something happened to the serial number on this lock. I'd like you to tell the museum curator about our jailbreak all those years ago. The one with the mugs of grog. He doesn't seem to have the story quite right.
Of course, the truth is important. When I am free again, I will pay him a visit.
Well, I don't see that happening anytime soon. Let's visit again soon.
Have your people call my people.
Sabe que eres una luchadora de melee, dice.
Most of this serial number has been rubbed off.
F.
This key doesn't fit.
Vale, vamos a la mansión que no hemos ido. A ver qué pasó ahí.
I wonder what they're waiting for.
What the fuck? Anda, mira el viejo donde estaba. Hacer cola.
I wonder what they're waiting for. What are y'all waiting for?
Earthquake relief. And you'd better not be looking to jump the line.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Those who cut, get cut.
¿En serio? ¿Estoy haciendo cola? Uy, esto seguro que desbloquea otro logro. Morgan? ¿Podemos apostar? 10 minutos de cola. Logro desbloqueado. Seguro, vamos. Lo llego a saber y lo dejo aquí esperando en la pausa.
Hey! Thanks, Carla. Good luck. Guybrush.
Hi.
I want to hear all about the secret, but I've got to go back to Scurvy Island right now. Let's talk later.
Okay.
La casa siempre gana. Hola.
Have you seen the line of people outside?
Those are citizens who were affected by the quake. But there isn't any money in the coffers to support the relief effort. I'm basically handing out IOUs.
Can I get in on some of that sweet, sweet disaster relief?
I already told you there's no money. I'm handing out IOUs.
I'll take what I can get.
Fine. It's not real money anyway. I have to list a purpose, so what's it for?
We need to get the shipyard fixed up.
If you say so. This is just a promise from the town to back your relief project at a later date. Don't get too excited.
Igual era para otra cosa y
It's
la
a
lié.
lot of work being governor.
Porque me habré adelantado, seguro. Buenas, Dusmax. Bienvenido. Melee. Escorbuto.
You're right. It won't budge.
It's strong magic.
I can still get it open with a spell, but I need a good power spot.
It beats trying to find the keys. We don't even know where to start. It could take forever. Only a fool would do that.
I know an excellent place for power spells, but it's not on this island.
No problem. We can craft it there and then come back here.
We'll take my ship.
I'll stay here to keep an eye on the safe.
And steal the secret yourself? I don't think so.
Stop it. Clearly, no one trusts anyone to stay behind. We'll all go together.
What if someone else finds out the thing is here?
The only map is lost somewhere on Monkey Island. Probably eaten by a wild boar by now.
The map maker knows it's here. I've got a bone to pick with him anyway. I'm thinking maybe one of the large ones in the leg.
Ah, Scurvy Island. This is where Elaine's been growing all the limes for the Marley Foundation's Scurvy project. She's probably back here by now. I can't wait to see her. It says the Marley Foundation's Scurvy Treatment and Prevention League, or STAPL, welcomes you to Scurvy Island, 1.5 miles to STAPL headquarters. It's a very realistic likeness of the scarlet-plumed point and snip bird. I didn't know Elaine was into woodworking. Whoa, had me fooled. It's an IOU for funds for repairing the shipyard.
¿Y por qué tengo el mute? ¿Desde cuándo? Pero si Gamer me dijo, me hace gracia ver a través de ti a ardashe y yo hablando con él y todo. ¿No me dijo nada? Sí, pero no te escuché. ¿Es el Monkey Island 1? ¿Pero en serio? Te lo dije cuando hablaste. Pero qué delay, ¿no? ¿Qué delay tenéis, coño? Te lo juro que hasta hace un rato no salíais escribiendo, quiero decir. O sea, creo que tenéis delay de cojones. Siento que tardáis un montón en responderme, tío. Entonces, claro. Digo, pues sigo. Y al minuto, a los 2 minutos, empiezo a ver el chat ahí a tope. Y digo, ¿qué está pasando? A buenas horas. ¿Qué pasa con el delay? ¡Hola, Cristal! ¡Hola! Tiene la caja de la bodega en la parte delantera. ¿Qué tiene la caja de la bodega en la parte delantera? La caja de la bodega. ¿Cuál de los siguientes no se puede comprar en el puesto de escorbutifarras? ¡Ay, me equivoqué! Soy gilipollas. ¿Cómo se llama el gato del barco? ¿Michi? ¿Misi era? ¿No era Misifu? ¿Cuál es la primera norma de la cárcel de Melee? ¿Lo de dar de comer a las ratas no estaba en el anterior? O sea, en otro. Lo de dar de comer a las ratas me suena haberlo visto en otro. ¿Cuántos monos de piedra puedes encontrar como mucho en el primer círculo? ¿El primer círculo? What the fuck? What the fuck? Ardashe mi Sifu. Pero que no me resuelvas las preguntas, Cubit. Que ya lo hago yo. Esto no puede ser, ¿eh? Esto no puede ser. Esto va a mi barco.
It says the Marley Foundation's Scurvy Treatment and Prevention League, or STAPL.
¿Qué cojones de isla es esta? ¿Pero qué coño es esto? Qué isla más rara, tío. ¡Sí, Crystal! ¡Bien!
That's where
Playa.
all the driftwood goes during driftwood mating season.
¿Ah?
Elaine and I
Lago.
swim there sometimes.
Plantación de limas.
Wow, Elaine sure has been busy. I better talk to Elaine before I steal any limes from the foundation she's worked so hard to set up.
¿Pero qué? ¿Plantación de limas?
These groves go on forever.
¿Pero qué? Puede haber cualquier cosa
Where do I
escondida por
find the
aquí.
mint groves?
De locos. Hola, Sindokar, ¿qué tal? Bienvenido, muy buenas. ¿De qué va el juego? ¿Es una tercera parte, un remake o algo? El quinto juego de una saga Sindokar, que completa parte de la historia que quiere retomar el creador que dejó a medias tiempo atrás. Ahora se parece a una isla Animal Crossing. Sí, es verdad. Parece. Aprende japo para decir ese nick.
Ah, I love that place. It's like a 100-foot candy cane. Elaine and I debate about whether it looks like a parrot or a cockatoo. Elaine and I swim there sometimes.
Vale, pues vamos al campamento. Increíble.
Elaine, are you decent? Hello?
Esto es un piano.
Hi, I'm working due east of the lighthouse and due south of the lake today.
Al este del faro y al sur del lago.
Hey, this used to be a picture of both of us. What happened to the me part?
¿Qué le pasó a mi parte?
I pinched a yak with it once, and then I sort of accidentally pinched the staple remover. I had it for years before I remembered to give it. It obviously means something to Elaine, too. It obviously means something to Elaine, too. Pirates used to have to steal this from Elaine to prove themselves. No, at least that's what they told me when they made me do it. It's nicely dried, pre-cut, and ready to go.
Pam, pam, pararam. Al este del faro, al sur del lago. Puede ser aquí o aquí o aquí. Vamos a ver aquí. Aquí no es, pero hay una carta trivial. Aquí. O aquí. Aquí.
Hi.
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 I was hoping I'd run into you again.
I was hoping that too. What happened at the voodoo shop? Did you get the secret?
There was a complication.
Isn't there always?
A big, heavy rectangular complication with 5 keyholes and a secret inside.
Well, that sounds daunting. What about LeChuck and Captain Madison?
They weren't there, oddly enough.
Well, be careful.
How's your project going?
The project has hit a snag. We have plenty of limes, as you can see, but people are refusing to take them. They say they don't like the taste, and they don't believe they'll help with scurvy. As an elected official, I could have issued an edict, but as a private citizen, I have to convince people. I tried this flyer.
Yeah, I've read part of this.
I know it's terribly dry, but the facts are there.
Have you tried using a different font? Comic Sans, for example.
Yes, but I need a small one to fit all the information on.
Irónico que se llame Isla Corbuto cuando es una plantación de limones.
What about adding bullet points? They could be little limes.
People not liking limes is part of the problem, though.
Good point. What if the text was centered instead of left justified?
Somehow I don't think that's going to make a lot of difference.
No.
I'm not sure what to tell you.
It's basically a sales and marketing problem, and neither of us is an expert in either of those things.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I'll hang on to the flyer. Maybe I can find a sales and marketing expert to look at it.
Okay.
I hear these can help prevent scurvy.
You heard right.
Can you spare any limes?
You can take a few. Well, like I said, I'm having trouble giving them away.
There we go. Me voy. Me llama la atención que hay aquí una zona donde hay un pájaro. ¿Por qué? ¿Qué carajos? ¡Ah! ¡Míralo!
The bird has a torn picture in its nest. Is that a picture of
¿Perdona?
me? Oh, no way. I don't want to lose my hand.
Me quitó el retrato el pájaro. No. Dale unas galletas.
It's not a parrot. It's a seagull.
No es un loro, es una gaviota. Pues dale un pescado. ¿Le gusta este? Y ahora coges el retrato.
Oh, whoa.
No ha servido de nada darle el pescado. ¿Qué te parece? A lo mejor hay que probar con otro pescado que le siente mal.
Ah, that bird needs an attitude
Y vamos
adjustment.
a tener que pedir que nos cambie el pescado.
Hi, I'm working due east of the lighthouse and due south of the...
¿Perdona? Las limas y tú. El escorbuto, también conocido como hipoascorbemia, es una enfermedad cuya sintomatología incluye debilidad, fatiga y dolor en las extremidades y evoluciona en hemorragia de las membranas mucosas, gravedad gingival, cicatrización lenta y por último la muerte. Según estudios científicos, el escorbuto podría ser el resultado de una deficiencia de ácido ascórbico que es vital para la síntesis del colágeno. Se recomienda compensar el nivel de dicho nutriente esencial mediante el consumo de limas. Genial. Por su seguridad, siga los pasos recomendados. Asimismo, los ciudadanos han de saber que la hipoascorbemia, al ser un problema nutricional, no se puede contagiar de un individuo afectado a cualquier otro. Tampoco existe ninguna posibilidad de contaminación de animales. No puedo ver más abajo. O sea... Interesante.
Oh, no way.
Coño.
I don't want to lose my hand.
Pedazo folleto. Si le doy una lima, no puedo. Si le tiro el cepillo de dientes. Y esto. Repasar el pagaré.
It's an IOU for funds for...
El cuchillo lo rajo. Había que intentarlo.
It's one of Bella Fisher's original pirate flags. Wait, what's this tiny writing on it? Replica not to scale. Oh, nuts.
LOL. Es una réplica. No. Algo hay que hacer con ese pájaro. Vale, ¿y aquí habrá algo en esta
Elaine and I debate about
no
whether
puedo
it
ir.
looks like a parrot or a cockatoo.
¿Y aquí qué hay? Por curiosidad. Seguro que hay cosas escondidas por ahí, por alguna... mira, hay una nota, un trivial. ¡Jaja! Morgan, ¿tú fuiste por todos los sitios? Dan ganas de verlos todos, ¿no? Todos los puntitos de ir de uno al otro. En busca de secretos escondidos. Es que, claro, sería una putada que quisieran ver todo esto. Lo normal es que te hagan... Oye, ¿en la cascada puedo...? Yo aquí no quería venir. Quería ir a la cascada. A ver.
I got swept over the
vale,
edge
no
one
puedo.
time.
Pues nada,
Good thing
y la
that's where
playa
all the
tampoco.
driftwood goes during driftwood mating
Me
season.
voy. Anda, que si digo que he aprendido cosas sobre el escorbuto y las limas en un stream, apoyo la idea de rajar al pájaro. La estafaron, no. Dale un gato. En Ceuta las gaviotas se los comen. ¡Ah! Tenemos que encontrar un gato. La isla mínima, paralelo. Bien. ¿Qué pasó?
Halt, ship. If that's what you can call that.
Made
La
it
policía.
myself. It's a source of pride.
¡La
This is a
policía!
scurvy inspection point. The law requires that you're carrying limes before I allow you to proceed north.
Here, look, I have lines, see?
To proceed north, you'll have to fill out a customs declaration form. Name?
Guybrush Threepwood.
Fill this out and be completely honest.
Es usted pirata. Ha estado en la isla Plaga en los últimos 6 meses. Si ha marcado la pregunta 2, ¿fue con negocios o placer? ¿Ha contestado a la pregunta 2? ¿Transporta limas? ¿Es miembro del partido pirata? ¿Ha marcado la pregunta 4 y no la 6? No contestaré a la pregunta 27 ni a la 28. Transporta ganado de gran tamaño. Transporta más de 10 o menos de 3 plátanos. ¿No ha marcado la 7? ¡Ah! Sí, ha marcado la 9. Sí, no, ha marcado la 2. No, ha estado en Bermuda durante el invierno. ¿Los roedores roen robles? ¿Nunca antes ha llevado un disfraz o usado un seudónimo? La respuesta a la 3 y a la 9 es mentira. ¿No transporta limas? Si ha marcado la pregunta 1, compruebe que ha marcado la 29. Y se ha salido con la suya. ¿Alguna vez ha destruido un artefacto valioso y se ha salido con la suya? Estoy rellenando un formulario de aduana. Sí. No sé. Pienso, luego existo. También. ¿La estrella del norte está en el sur? Verifico que no he contestado a la pregunta 2 correctamente. No transporto tarjetas de trivial. ¿Las preguntas 2, 3, 5 y 7 no son primas? Ha marcado un número... Pero es que no. Marque esta. No marque esta. Marque esta si no ha marcado la pregunta 25. No marque esta si no ha marcado la pregunta 29. ¡Ah! Yo, Guybrush, juro que firmo que he contestado todas estas preguntas con veracidad. Firme aquí. Me parto.
All right, let's see how you've done. Well, we have a problem right off the start. We don't allow pirates on Bermuda. I'm going to have to request that you leave these waters immediately.
Does it help if I'm a mighty pirate?
No.
Ah, no me deja ser pirata. Hostia, va a ser difícil rellenar ese documento, por lo que veo. Para empezar, no puedo decir que soy pirata, por lo que estoy viendo. La isla de terror es un poco terrorífica, ¿no? ¡Ahí va! ¿Qué cojones?
This place doesn't like visitors. Ah, Papa Pichu! That hurts.
¡Papa Pichu!
Hope they're not poisonous.
no puedo cortarlas con el cuchillo.
Death waits for all who enter. I'd turn back if I were ye. That's encouraging.
Papapichu.
Yeah, I'd better not get any closer. Rest in pieces. I might catch something. Or something might catch me.
Something.
Did that just move? I thought I saw it move.
¿Ya? Ah. Un lugar desafortunado. Llave pateada.
It's not one of the golden keys, but any key is a good key in my book.
¿Qué acaba de pasar aquí? ¿Con la roca?
This place gives me that lonely feeling. I'm sure I'm a more skilled survivalist and have nothing to worry about. I'll just keep telling myself that.
Coge eso. Porque sonan cosas.
This place gives me that lonely feeling.
Tengo una llave, gente.
It's not a skeleton key, but I did find it stuck in a skeleton's chest.
Vale. Es que la isla de terror fue conocida por sus playas y sus amistosos habitantes. Me extrañaría mucho. Me extrañaría. Es que...
In all the worst places, there are mushrooms. It's like a slow crashing wave of spores. For a dead tree, it's a little too long. Just a dead end. Sounds a little creepy if you think about it too much. Ugh, looks like he had the wrong person watching his back. I'm not sure I want to know what happened here. I'll be fine. It looks really old, and I think I'll fill up my coat pocket. It's looking at me funny, and I don't trust it. It's looking at me funny, and I don't trust it.
Oh.
Looks like another greedy pirate who met a sordid fate. Yeah, this place gives me the creeps. Looks like another greedy pirate who met a sordid fate. Yeah,
Estoy cogiendo un montón
this place
de
gives me the
cosas.
creeps.
Me he apoderado de un borrón de cosas aquí.
In all the worst places, it's like a slow crashing wave of... In all the worst places, there are mushrooms.
There are the mushrooms. ¿Ya? No sé, coge un montón de cosas. Atacar el barco de LeChuck. Navegar a barco a la deriva. ¿Qué es esto?
Ahoy!
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 Permission to come aboard.
Afraid we can't let you do that.
Permission to come aboard, sir.
This isn't a protocol issue. Although we do enjoy a good protocol. Are you going to let me talk? Apparently, that's what you enjoy doing. There's been a deadly scurvy outbreak on the ship. We're under strict quarantine, so we don't infect others with this deadly pathogen.
Tienen una bandera.
I don't think scurvy is contagious.
You don't know that. My sister's best friend's dad's dietitian says it is.
It's a scientific fact.
Oh, don't try to snow us with your science quackery. If scurvy wasn't contagious, then only one person would have it.
Ahoy!
Where'd you get that cool flag with all the holes? It looks familiar.
We found it floating in the ocean. It's one of Bella Fisher's flags. She probably lost it when her ship went down. We're afraid to take it down and offend the scurvy gods. There is no such thing as the scurvy gods. Well, then why is there scurvy? Answer me that!
Can I have your flag?
Did you not hear me? Scurvy! On board! Quarantine!
Well, you could just toss it down to me.
Best not to risk it. It's probably crawling with scurvy, trust me.
You should try limes. They help prevent scurvy.
Where did you hear that?
Is that more of your science mumbo-jumbo?
You need to leave before you catch scurvy.
Have a look at this flyer on limes.
Ascorbic acid deficiency, collagen synthesis, mucous membranes.
Hey, that is a bunch of science nonsense.
We won't have any of that around here.
It's all a trick to track our plunder.
As if you have any plunder.
I really don't think scurvy is contagious.
You don't know that. My mom's gardeners.
Handle you.
You should try limes.
Where did you hear that?
Is that more of...
You need to...
Bye. Don't let the scurvy bite you.
Scurvy bite?
Biohazards are my least favorite hazard. This clever mashup really gets the point. The messages are a little mixed, but clearly enthusiastic.
You're welcome, and thank you.
It's seen better days. In the name of love. Well, it's nice to get a warning.
Pero por Dios, tienen un montón de carteles.
Hey, Murray.
Have you tried scurvy? It would suit you.
Their ship, their rules.
Stay back! I can see you! How did you find me?
I just sailed up and here you were.
Who are you?
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate.
Are you alone?
Do obnoxious talking skulls count?
No.
Then yes, I'm alone.
I heard that.
I'm Ned Filigree, accountant. I don't mean to be rude, it's just that I'm in hiding.
I am the accountant.
Who is it you're afraid of?
Well, have you heard of Stan S. Stanman?
The name sounds familiar.
Thank goodness they locked him away on Bermuda. He'll be chipping ice in the quarry for a long, long time. I can't help but be nervous, but actually, I guess I've got decades before I really have to worry about it.
How come you're afraid of Stan? He's always struck me as pretty harmless, except economically.
Sure, but you never can tell what someone like Stan will do. He's got no moral center. Like I said, I'm glad he's safely stuck in the Bermuda quarry for a good long time.
Madre mía, sí que hay cosas en este juego. Yo que pensaba que después de ir a Monkey Island no iba a haber mucho más.
You must be good at math.
I'm a creative accountant. Math doesn't really enter into it.
You any good?
Don't judge me by where I live. I've just had a few setbacks. It's all I can afford right now, but it's temporary.
Where did you say they were keeping Stan again?
The ice quarry on Bermuda. He'll be there.
I'm on a quest.
That's a good move. I've heard the secret is a one-of-a-kind and also, since it's very old.
Wait, are you trying to tell me I'm gonna have to pay taxes on the secret?
Not if you're smart about it.
No, si eres listo. Hostia.
I'm gonna
holler if you
Hostia.
Can I have the picture?
No! That would be weird.
That's a mighty fine looking chest you have there. What's in it?
Everything I own. The fruits of a man's life. The yardstick by which I'll be measured when I'm gone. It's mainly paperwork.
Nice likeness of you. Where's the other half?
No comment.
Can I have the picture?
No! He's in jail for years and... Stop it! I'm right here!
Oops.
Is that a sale? Oh, no, I admit it. I know Stan, so what of it? You can't prove anything. I admit it. I know Stan, so what of it? You can't prove anything. Years and years and... No comment. no comment.
Nos vamos a pique.
It's
Qué grande,
gone
no
for
esperaba que
years
pusieran a
and
en este
years.
juego.
It's not lit, but it does have some lamp oil in it.
Le pollo.
It's nicely dried, pre-cut, and ready to go.
Cogifles de cosas, luego.
Nah, I need a real marketing expert. Someone who could sell foot powder to fish.
What's that sound? Oh, it's just the waves.
No me hizo caso con lo de
I
marketing.
don't see a chum's lure anywhere.
He's locked away for a
Qué grande
long
son.
time.
Sí. Hola, Barqui. Barquillo. Barquillo. Ay, ¿qué pasó?
To proceed north, you'll have to fill out a custom name.
Mr. Elaine
Fill this out. All right, let's see how you've done. You forgot to check that you're carrying lives. I'll check that for you. Good answer. Interesting you would check that one. Good penmanship. Not checking that was smart. Okay, this looks in order. You may proceed with full approval of the Bermuda Port Authority.
No te creo, tío. No marqué nada. Y dije que era Elaine. No me creo. Inesperado. Huele a rayos.
A bucket filled to the brim with rotten fish bones. The wind must have blown out the fire.
Pincha ese.
I'm staying far away from this. The wind must have blown out the fire. It's a very regal-looking ice sculpture. It's
Ayuntamiento.
locked. Maybe I'll come back later. It says Courthouse of Bermuda.
¿Juzgado? Pero si era el mismo señor de afuera.
Now there's someone I've got to meet.
Claro, el rey de la nieve este que se parecía a Pocahontas. Que está en un trono de Juego de Tronos. De hielo.
Order! Order in the court! I am going to
plan,
cite you for
let it
contempt
go,
of
let it
court
go.
for not asking permission to approach the bench.
¿Qué?
I humbly apologize.
You may approach the bench. Court is now in session. Judge Plank presiding. How do you plead?
Innocent.
¿Qué está pasando?
I never blew up that fort. No gunpowder residue was ever found.
Order! Order in the court! Quiet on the gallery, or there will be arrests.
I have no business.
Court is adjourned.
Está fatal este señor de la cabeza. Supongo que tendré que hacer algo para que me encierren en la cárcel y en la cárcel hablar con Stan o algo así que, pero como ¡Ah! Pero como todavía me queda por ver zonas de la isla, pues he preferido no seguir conversando con él y ver la isla, claro. Al castillo de hielo. Let it go, let it go.
Nice view.
Eso es un barco. Perdona. ¿He llegado ya?
Roaring fire, melting ice. Very hoogly.
Welcome, loyal subject.
Pocahontas. Identificar la
These matches
cajita.
are specially formulated for freezing temperatures. Disclaimer, will not light underwater.
Cogerla, cogerla. Cógela.
This entire castle is made of... It's slowly filling up with castle. It's slowly filling up with castle.
Se
It's
está
slowly filling
llenando
up with
poco a
castle.
poco de castillo. Ah, claro, el castillo es de hielo. Libro
At
morado.
the end of the plank.
My only copy. Please don't touch it.
Pero este libro lo hemos visto y yo lo quiero.
Hi.
Grunt. ¿Eh?
I didn't quite catch that.
Grunt.
I see.
¿Cómo?
Seen any good plays lately? Yeah, I feel you.
Mi estilo Elsa es Rick. Grunt. Berg. Grunt. Berg. Grunt. Grunt. Berg. Grunt. Berg. Erg. Grunt. 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 Erg.
Oh, most regal, high, authoritative, benevolent ruler person.
No need to be so formal. This is Bermuda. You're Guybrush Threepwood, aren't you? I'm Odina the Ninth.
Odina. Conoce a mi esposa. Antes entré desde el móvil. Ah, mira, desde el móvil escribes mejor, ¿no? Me perturba que cada día tengas un color diferente. Ah, vale. Yo lo veo en este chat naranja y en el otro verde. Yo lo veo verde aquí, ahora. Y en el otro, naranja también. O sea, en un sitio tiene un color y en otro otro. Pero generalmente por la Xbox. No tiene seleccionado su color. Yo siempre lo veo azul. ¿Te has seleccionado algún color alguna vez?
You sound uncertain. How many
Puedes
wives have
hacerlo.
you got?
Just the one I'm aware of.
What brings you north of the 19th parallel, Guybrush?
Vuestra corona. ¡Hostia, que tiene la llave! ¿Tiene la corona de llaves?
Is that one of the golden keys on your head?
Welded to my crown. That's correct. The Crown of Keys is a ceremonial artifact worn by the reigning queen of Bermuda. It was originally fashioned from the house keys of the citizens as a gesture of trust.
And or submission?
My predecessor as queen is the one who added the golden key. I think it gives a certain pizzazz.
Naturally, you'll want to have that cleaned once in a while.
It stays perfectly clean as long as I don't let greasy pirates put their paws all over it. You may touch the crown if and when you become queen, and not before.
Become queen? Interesting. Hypothetically, how exactly would a person become queen of Bermuda?
You have to earn it, win it, wrest it from the iron grip of the previous queen. Most people can't manage that, of course. But by the traditions of Bermuda, all are welcome to try. To become queen, you must show your qualifications by defeating the current queen in 3 contests. The contests test your heartiness, your seriousness, and your intelligence.
I have some of those things.
We'll see. And no
We'll see. Thank you for...
Very well.
Vale, pero el próximo día, o sea, mañana a las 7 seguiremos porque estoy viendo que queda ya nada para terminar el streaming. Así que hay mucha aventura que ver por ahí delante, todavía nos queda más, así que mañana seguiremos, chicos. Nos vamos a mimir. Muchísimas gracias, Chocobitos, por acompañarme. Gracias por esas subs, por esas skills lanzadas. Ya es la hora. A descansar. Buenas noches.